All right, guys, we're here live. Hopefully, our broadcast fans this time don't crash. We practice things all week long. So we've got a legend in here this week, Mr. Edwin Sellers. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Looking good. Yeah. Hey, I talked to Coach Hines, so he had a few things to say about you. So, 1997 was just a little while ago, but we won't mention how long ago, but you're an all-state player in 1997, so that's a great accomplishment. You went on to play at Campbellsville University. Edwin was a very aggressive player. Edwin also played in an era when we didn't throw the ball that much.
We did.
But he had excellent hands, and he could catch everything that was thrown his way. So I don't know if that was 3 or 4 passes or what, Edwin, in the career, which you could tell us in a minute. But Edwin's also coached on our staff at PC. And amazingly, and I remember you being on the Pulaski County School Board, so he said you're truly a Maroon for Life, #MFL. So maybe let's talk a little bit about 1997 and what's different between then and today, and let's just recreate things for some fans from back in the time when you played, Edwin.
Back in '97, I look at these kids now, and I played with Coach Godby, Mr. Godby, another guy named Preston Griffiths. Those were some big guys. I mean, they're 6'6". We were big, but we were slow. These kids look so much faster today. They look bigger than we did. I know Pulaski this year is a little bit young, but they're still huge, seemingly way bigger than we were. But Coach Hines wasn't lying when he said we didn't throw the ball a whole lot. My eyes, everybody talks about the defense reading somebody's eyes. If they caught a pass play in the huddle, I'll probably come out with big old eyes because, we were going to get our shot. But, back in the day, this is a funny story. When Coach Kane first come here in 1995 is the year I played my junior year, and got some athletes out. Coach Hines actually come from Barron County. He was the head coach at Barron County and come over as an assistant in that group. And Coach Hines was my position coach on both sides of the ball, a linebacker and tight end. So I got a firsthand experience with working with Coach Hines, and I've always been a Coach Hines fan through and through. I mean, he knows that even when we coach, we'd argue and stuff about various things, but he knew that I always loved him, I always had his back, and I always will. I just think there's not very many, what do we call it now, man's man, left out there, and he's definitely one of those.
Ethan's got a question.
All right.
Playing in a different time where the pass game at County High wasn't that much, what would be your favorite run play of all time?
Yeah, that's a no-brainer because used to we would run the tackle next to me was Mr. Godby.
Yeah.
So it was a 36 or 26 was what we called it out as a kind of a dive play, fullback kicked out. But I got to double team the tackle with Coach Godby, which made it a lot easier for me. And if he handled him, which he did most times, yeah, I went on to the linebacker. But that was by far the most fun running play. And everybody thinks that the line of scrimmage was actually it's where the game's won.
Absolutely.
But it's fun. It's a lot of fun, especially when the guy across from you or the guy next to you is 6'6" and 270 pounds in high school. So it was definitely my favorite play.
See, that's why I like having a former player like Ethan come back, because I would never thought to ask you your favorite run play. So I know you guys like to hit people and pancake them and open up holes for people. Edwin, going back to 1995, 96, 97, who was your favorite teammate you've ever played with, and why would you choose that particular person for? Sounds like Coach Godby's up there, but let's think about all the different ones you played with.
Man, that'd be a hard thing to do because I was telling Brandon, Mr. Foister, when he asked me to come do this, that team, 95 team, was the most special team I've ever played on. And I played all 3 sports in high school. I played baseball, basketball, and football. only played football my junior and senior year. But that 95 team, they're all special to me. I could just go through. I was thinking today, they had went through a 2-year not won a game. And when we come, Coach Kane got a few more guys to come out, try to get some more athletes. When we won that first game, some of us guys hadn't been through all that. And it was so special to be a part of helping those guys that had been here all that time win their first game in their high school career. And but as far, I don't want to single any of them out, but there's about a handful any of those guys, man, we go to war. I mean, we went to war. We were not athletic. Some of us were athletic.
But you were aggressive.
We were so mean. We were nasty. And in the 95 team, if you I don't even know, you probably wasn't even born in 95. But we went across to the mountains in 1995, and Marty was actually in that class, and played Tim Couch.
Leslie
and we were a touchdown away. We were on the 15 going in to beat Tim Couch at his place with the limousines and Terry Bowden and Bill Curry and I was trying to think. Yeah, Phil Fulmer was there. Big Tennessee limo. We were dying. I'd tell you a quick story without even having to ask a question. We had a stud on our team named Preston Griffiths. He was as big as Coach Godby. He went on to Cumberland. I think I'm saying this correct. He was an All-American at Cumberland, big lineman. But Preston got a hold of Tim Couch the first play of the game and had him by the leg. And I come from the linebacker position, and I hit him as hard as I could hit him. I thought, we've hurt him first play. We've done it. And I hit him right under the chin, and he got up like it wasn't nothing. And I knew right then that he was special. And, of course, you knew all the hype. You know, he's the first pick in the draft. Yeah, so we got to, a bunch of us bruisers got to go over there and play in that game. And we were this close. I mean, you hear that all the time, but we were on the 15 going in, and we had an opportunity to do something special.
Great memories. Go back to Ethan. Let's
Yeah.
see what he's got.
You know, it's crazy talking about Tim Couch because I just graduated from Kentucky Wesleyan College, and my first 3 years at Wesleyan, Craig Geist was our head coach, who was Tim Couch's #1 option at the University of Kentucky. Coming away from your playing career, what is something that you learned in your 2 years and being an all-state player when you came back to coach? What's something that you brought to the table?
You know, it's hard-nosed. I mean, I was like I said, I wanted to hit you as bad. I wanted to hurt you as bad as I could possibly hurt you every play. I loved it. And one of the kids that I got to coach was one of the guys you had on not long ago, Tyler Stone. And I got to and one of the principals here now, Cody Wesley, he's one of the guys I coach. And just ask them guys what we brought back. We brought back nasty. And I can't handle, you know, when it's 4th and 1, I remember coaching. We had some studs when I was coaching. 4th and 1, and we didn't get it over at South Laura. I remember that vividly right before halftime, and I lost my mind because if you can't do that for one play, Coach Hines, I remember I just lost my mind. He was trying to reel me in that night because I'd lost it. I mean, I was way over the top, but hard nose is what I remember bringing back. Coach Hines, everybody knows, he stays pretty calm in practice, you know. He's very methodical. He's the hardest working guy I've ever been around. He lives, eats, and breathes it. And even when I was coaching, I thought I did, but it wasn't even close. How much he eats, but we loved it. Being a part of bringing hard-nosed football, and that's one thing I wanted to tell these kids too, because you know when you're nasty up front, you always got a chance to win. We were a big underdog going over there and playing the number one pick in the NFL draft, but we were hard-nosed, and we always had a shot because we're going to run the football down your throat. We're going to control the clock. We kept him off the field. Absolutely. But that's kind of what – but coming back and being a part of Coach Hines' staff, it was fun because it was spread. It was something I'd never really done. I didn't even do that in college. We were in the option in college, so it was very fun. It was new. Learning, we'd never heard of zone blocking back in '97, but that was kind of cool, and I thought that was pretty easy compared to the way we learned how to block. Zone blocking either left or right, and the guys over here, over there. I thought it was pretty simple concept, and there was some studs when I was coaching that really played well.
Well, I've got a couple questions in a row, then we'll go back to Ethan. So this one is a little silly, but I'm putting you on the spot, and you can't give me that dad answer. So, favorite child, Parker or Shelby?
He's going to say Shelby, no doubt, is what he's going to say. But, it's interesting. My wife and I, when we had Parker, and Parker was the only child for 4 years.
So he was the favorite for 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. So when we become pregnant the second time, you really think as a parent you couldn't love a child as much as you love that first one. But the good Lord made it to where I love her as much as he does. Now he's going to say she got a better first car. She's going to Disney this week, and he's always going to say something. But he ain't had it tough. I'll just tell you that.
I love that question. Okay, Edwin, let's go back. What do you think about today when you look out here? And in 95, 6, 7, you played on some hard dirt. You played in mud. You played in what football players play in. Now we got turf. Now we got nice facilities. Now we got the Maroon Sports Network. What do you think about all these upgrades here that we're doing for Maroon Nation and what it means for our program and how we're heading?
I think this is phenomenal. And, it's so popular with your student body. It's so popular with your student body to keep them involved in what's going on outside of the school. The turf and the stadium here, I mean, I can't imagine there's very many high schools that I've ever been to that are as nice and well equipped as this. So I really am amazed. These kids got an opportunity. We had a lot of games in here, even when I coached, that you couldn't see the numbers by the time the ball game's over. So that makes it much nicer, But I think it worked to our advantage several times to slow some people down, to get in the mud. But it's a gorgeous campus, and they deserve it. The kids deserve it. And this Maroon Sport Network, it's phenomenal. I mean, I just love the fact that they can watch this at the end of their game and go back and see some commentating and what other people think other than their coaches, because they're going to get drilled on when they watch film. Yeah. I know how that goes.
Well, Edwin, we're about ready to head to a commercial here in a second, so we can get to our national anthem, and we're going to actually film the players running out tonight with the banner, so we're going to put the mobile cam right on the field. So, I've got to thank a legend coming here. I do need one thing from you in the future. I need your picture. It's going right over here, and next time you come, it's going to be on the outside wall, because I'm going to make this thing really nice out here for all of our legends. And, if we had to invite another guest to come back, sounds like Stephen Gobby's got to be on my radar. But have you got any contact with that first fellow you was talking about that was so good for the University of Cumberland? Have you talked to him any? Or
he actually passed away, and it was not too long ago. His brothers played here also. Both of them were great athletes. Preston, I cannot remember. It's a kind of a scar that stuck with all of us in the '95 team, because he was a phenomenal guy, a leader, led by example, and obviously a phenomenal football player. He could have played anywhere. He could have played at any level. You become an All-American at the NAIA level, you could probably play anywhere, really. He had the body, the frame. He had it all.
All right, we're going to thank you for your time here, Mr. Edwin Sellers. We're going to get ready to thank our sponsors, hopefully Crane and Boom and RichNet, and get ready to get the national anthem. So thank you very much,
Pulaski County High School for Friday Night Football.
I'm going to put this up.
Tonight is Pulaski County Youth Football Night and features the visiting Madison Central Indians and your Pulaski County Maroons. At this time, we ask that everyone please rise, and gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Colors being presented by the Pulaski County Junior ROTC Color Guard, and the anthem will be played by the Pride of Pulaski, the Pulaski County High School Marching Band. And fans, we ask that everyone please remain standing until the colors have been removed from the field.
Crane and Boom Services of Kentucky. Whether it's trusses, air conditioner unit, swimming pool insert, hot tub, signs, flagpole lifted, or a grain bin moved, if you can't lift it, Josh can. Remember, Crane and Boom Services of Kentucky for all of your lifting needs. No job too big or small. Crane and Boom comes 100% recommended by Maroon Sports Network. So call 606-305-1832 and ask for Josh. Crane and Boom.
Visual here, so I'll say a few things about it. Maybe Ethan can jump in, but Sports Den is your one-stop shop for all athletic needs. Sports Den sports them all. From soccer cleats to baseball hats to anything in between, Sports Den even has your favorite PC attire, such as Hawaiian shirts and Crocs. Also, a brand new shipment of 2024 baseball and softball bats have arrived, and don't forget to order that Letterman jacket for that special someone. Sports Den's located between stoplights 19 and 20. Stop by today and tell them to give you the MSN special. What do you think about that, Ethan? Gary
great.
Sewell's a man, ain't he?
Oh, yeah, he is. Getting maroons Crocs. I'm a big Croc guy. You got to have the Crocs, man.
Okay, so sounds like your woman is listening. Sounds like it's going to be under the Christmas tree for sure. So maroon
see,
Crocs?
yes.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so now we'll get ready. Let's talk a little bit of pregame here, Ethan, and we'll go to our other commercial sponsors a little bit later. So tonight we've got Madison Central rolling in. They've got a record of, I think I just looked it up a minute ago, of 1-5. PC is 2-4. From what I understand, talking to Brian Abner a few minutes ago, is that Madison Central is on their third string quarterback.
Absolutely.
So it's never a good thing to have your third starter this early, well, mid-season start. Well, never is a good time. But,
Yeah.
you know, second string, it's rough enough. But you go back to third string, and, man, that's a big jump. It's almost like throwing in your freshman, player into the fire.
Feed him to
with
the
all these-
sharks.
Yes, goldfish to the sharks. What, talking a little bit about Edwin Sellers, man, you asked some good questions out there and talking about run blocks and schemes and everything else. What do you think about, and we'll switch over here for just a minute, your main man, Darren Meese. We know your right-hand man. What do you think he's going to do as our wrestling coach?
Man, when he told me that he got this job, I was really shocked because I probably shouldn't say this out loud, but he don't know nothing about wrestling. But not a whole lot of people do. I think, it's our first year ever at County High, ever having one. So, I think it's going to be good because Darren is such a good coach, and he's always there for the players. He was there. His first year was my sixth grade year, so I've been around Darren almost my entire life. So, I think it'll be good personally.
Yeah, like you said, I wouldn't even know where to begin at if I was the wrestling coach because I would have to watch videos and YouTube channels. I'd go watch the University of Iowa.
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
I would go and put on Iowa and Penn State.
Absolutely.
And that would be the two I would go watch because occasionally, you're probably like me, I'm a sports guy, and Marcy sometimes makes fun of me, but when I'm flipping through the channels, I'm probably stopping on a sport.
More than
I don't
likely.
care if it's women's softball. I don't care if, a lot of times, I'm watching the axe throwing. That's pretty amazing to watch that. I'm watching darts. I'm watching basically almost anything on TV that involves competition because it's such a pure form of, and a lot of it's mental.
Absolutely.
If you can fight through it, like if somebody makes a big play, can you mentally make a big play to answer that big play?
I agree.
So, and we talk about this, Ethan, but you had a lot of good players back on your team, and obviously the quarterback's got a lot of times be the leader, but you got a lot of defensive players out there too that can change the momentum of the game. Heck, it could be a tackle or offensive lineman, whoever it may be, but somebody's got to stand up and say, this ain't happening to us.
Absolutely.
Did we have somebody on your team that was sort of like the alpha that sort of just said, the buck stops here, we are getting it done?
I think Ethan Casada was one, and Wiley was really the leader in that 2018 group because the year before we didn't have a very good record, sitting at 4-7, and in that class it was we had Zach Ferris. Zach was hurt a lot, but nothing against him.
University of Marshall?
Marshall. He had committed to Marshall, was ready to go to the next level. But I would say, that's my senior year. A lot of it was just we didn't want to take anything from anybody, and we wanted to put our best, we just wanted to play. Like, that's all we wanted to do. And we bought in early, and we just wanted to play. We didn't care, and if it came down to it, we had our leaders, and we were ready to go.
And that's what it's got to be. And, Wiley set all kinds of passing records here. And Wiley, we interviewed him just last year before, so he's going to go up there beside you. So I got to make sure when I arrange these pictures, maybe you guys are side by side in that class.
Please do.
Have we, thinking about this, have you got somebody else that you're like, Mr. Murray, you're overlooking this person from the time they played with me. They need to come and be a legend on the series and be interviewed and put up on that wall. Have you got somebody that just jumps right out at you?
Trey Griffith. Trey was
Are you in contact with him? Is he?
We haven't talked in a little while. Hope he's doing good. I know he lives in Alabama now.
Maybe hard to get him up here.
Very hard, more than likely. And, even Ethan Casada, he's in California, So,
But you know what we could do? We could make history and do our first virtual interviews.
oh man, we could. That's a great idea.
And try to set it up. Because
Absolutely.
you're in the school building with me, so
Yeah.
I'm the tech guy. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we can play it for the fans. Hey, we're about to do something special, Ethan, we've never done before. We're getting our mobile cam out here, and hopefully they're going to get the cheerleaders performing a quick cheer, and then we're going to have the players running through the banner. So I think that's going to be really cool being right there and letting the fans see it break through.
Oh yeah. Hopefully no one gets ran over.
I don't know if that's – they need to be far enough away, so
Yeah,
close
absolutely.
enough. So we'll see how this goes. It could be a train wreck, or it could be the greatest thing that ever happened. So, but the cool thing is we're always willing to try something new. So they're getting the camera ready here, so we'll keep talking until we get them ready to run through. And I don't know if we got the mic on them or not down there to get the microphone, but at least we'll have the video footage of it all. But fans, we're 4 minutes and 30 seconds away. My main man, Brandon Forster, is on his way to St. Augustine, Florida, as we speak, Ethan. And, you know, we sort of went through some ideas here, and I sort of sent that email out to school. Man, I was struggling, and I'm so thankful that you stepped in and said, Mr. Murray, I got you back, man. I'll come on the air tonight.
You know, I've never done this before, and you know, it's cool. You know, it's my first year back from college, and I'm just trying to, you know, do some things.
We're gonna be.
If you guys don't know, his beautiful fiance is in the booth with us.
Right behind
so he's
me.
got to be careful what he says on the air tonight because he's not getting away with it. Okay, looks like we got the camera ready, Ethan. So I'm going to let them turn our mic off here for just a minute and get ready for this presentation.
All right.
Team captains making their way out to midfield for Madison Central. Number 54 is Aiden Howard. Number 80 is Aiden Tremblay. Number 7 is KG Wells. For Pulaski County, number 52 is Hayden Abnett. Number 30, Xander Simpson. Number 57, Jay Bales. And number 33, Trey Hornsby. Officials for tonight's game, the referee is
It's not.
Head linesman is Todd Martin. Line judge is Devin Taylor. The field judge, Shane Ellis. Side judge
Yeah, we are
Sheldon Hamilton.
fixing problems.
Stephen Mullins.
Wrong one. Yeah. How do you think about that? Let's push that in.
All right, that's as good as you're gonna get, yeah.
I got it. You don't want to get ran over. You can get it.
I'm not gonna get ran over.
I like it. No.
This is the 10th meeting all time.
All right, I think our mics are back hot, Ethan. So, me and you just got to watch that running through that banner, man. I wish we had it, and you and I were just talking. If we could have had that back in your day, running through and had all this stuff on the internet, and you could go back and watch it, and your children, hey, look, Dad pancaked this guy back in the day, or look, Dad caught this touchdown back in the day, or whatever it may be. And now you got Huddle, you got YouTube TV, you got a multitude of things. But technology is so cool in a lot of ways. And I know last week we had a lot of fans disappointed because Coach Hines was talking to me. And Winston Hines was in California watching this, and the broadcast went down. I had Miss Rebecca Cash in Louisville. She wanted to watch her son Andrew, and the broadcast went down. But my IT guy, Harold Stenell, I'm giving him a big shout out. He's come over and worked all week long to make sure our signal doesn't drop tonight. So a huge shout out to our IT department. Fans, stay strapped in. I think the Maroons probably win by 4 or 5 touchdowns tonight. I think it's going to be electric, and I think you're going to be making a lot of play calls here for us, Ethan Holt.
Absolutely. Let's get started.
So we're about ready. I guess we already did the coin toss, and I'm not sure if we elected to receive or if we're going to kick off.
It looks like we're kicking off, so defense is going to be up first.
All right, my man has already spotted the defense coming out, and we got one of them with the placeholders. Is that how you figured it out? Yeah,
Yep.
There we go. Is that Idlewild kicking off?
Yep, that looks like Ethan.
Did you notice our players tonight, Ethan, have come in, and all of them have brand new tattoos for tonight's game?
They must have got that from me, seeing my big tattoo from back in the day.
Well, these are the 9, 10 day type that wash off. But all of them tonight, look at Ethan Idlewild. He's got a whole sleeve down that right arm right now, and he's ready to kick off.
Bad to the
So
bone.
every one of them is tatted up tonight, including my main man, Caden Richardson was showing his design off earlier. So pretty cool. Now, Ethan, how about Ethan? Yeah, Ethan Idlewild. But talking about all these different nicknames, Foster and I love doing. Ethan's one of my favorites. When I say Ethan Full Throttle Idlewild.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, man, I could just get jacked up about all this stuff all the time. So, out of the blue, if you get a good one tonight, hey, we're willing to use it.
All right, that sounds good.
All right, number 22 set to kick off fans to Madison Central, wearing their Southwestern uniforms, we'll say, because they are the Braves, or Indians, Madison Central Indians. So with their white uniforms and blue letters and orange outlines, so we look like the Denver Broncos too.
Yep.
Some of the
So
uniforms.
they don't play like the Broncos.
Well, we hope they do. Broncos got beat by 50 this past week. As long as we're in Miami, kickoff goes deep. Number 2 lets it bounce.
Bounces on the 6, and here we go.
Early
Big
tackle.
stop right on the 15.
Looks like the first man down there is actually R1 with a broken arm right there. So that should be number 4 with the first
Broderick.
tackle.
Big
so
Broderick.
that's Broderick Finley. Yes, sir, on special teams. So you know all your names and numbers and you're good? Without looking at the board?
We'll
It's pretty
see.
impressive
There's some
already.
of them I don't know.
Okay, well, you knew it was Broderick right off the top. Now, you and I will call this game in a minute. If we need to, you and I may remove these windows and get rid of that glare. Actually, we'll cut off these lights here.
Looks like Central's coming in with a 2-back set. 3 down defensive line. A little bit of pin and pull action.
Oh, Ethan, this is much better.
And there we go. That's a no gainer.
What do you think? I got no glare now. I can see everything. You know what's weird? And I was talking to Brandon about this. All 3 locations up here, I feel like I'm at the 50.
Yeah.
And it's so weird. It doesn't matter if I'm over where Doug Eads is, or if I'm next door, or if I'm here. I feel like the 50 is here.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Some type of special effects going on in the PC press box. You know, Madison Central's got a big old lineman down there, and I think it's probably the right tackle. But either way, one of them is already signed to play D1 football, I think, at Miami of Ohio.
Really?
21's got some speed, but Ethan's out there with the early tackle. So
Small 3-yard gain on 2nd down.
he wasn't getting away from full throttle on that one.
Absolutely not. That's what we love about 22. He plays hard.
Have you seen like a better setup for a game, though, with us up here calling with our field and our campus and the roadways and everything going? We just got a lot kicked in right here for you. Wow.
I guess so. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, that's the best part about being up here is seeing the mountains in the background.
Beautiful. No wind tonight. The flags absolutely aren't moving a single ripple tonight. So 3rd and 7.
Got a trip set.
Looking back,
Play
looking
action,
deep, and
it's a
Ethan's in.
screen.
Oh, Ethan got hit, but here we go. 4
There
of
we
them in
go.
on the tackle. So it should be a quick 3 and out and a punt.
Man, that left tackle's a big old boy, too.
It could be the left tackle. But we had number 6, we had Brian Ramirez, and number 50 in there, Sam Whitaker, coming in with the boom early on to make sure that they've got a couple yard gains. Looks like 5 yards on their first drive.
Yep.
So we should get the ball, I'm going to say probably somewhere right around our 40 or 45 here, depending on how big a punter they've got. But we've lined up at the 50 to take the first punt.
It's youth night tonight also. Look at all these young cheerleaders
Oh,
out
I didn't
here.
even notice.
The
We're
track
going,
is
we're going to
full.
have to zoom in on them on the main cam when we get a dead period, because that's amazing.
Punt goes to right at the
48, picks it up
yep.
at R45.
And
Oh, okay.
goes a few
That
yards.
was a pretty good special teams by Madison Central. 2-yard gain, so number 30 brought it back. So that was Xander Simpson. So good to see him back out there because he's been injured this year.
Yep.
And one of the best plays I thought last year was his 102-yard interception return. I think he only got credit for maybe 99 yards by KHSAA.
Of course they did.
But
No offense.
maybe we can get some. What do you think about the green shoes here, right here for number 41?
You know,
That's Bryant. No, it's
That's Decker Wilden.
Decker Wilden. We'll call him neon yellow.
You know.
Here we go, looking deep, throwing it back. He's wide open. Drops it.
Come on, Casey.
Casey
I don't know.
Brock.
Those green cleats, you know, looks like two of them have it. Looks like Boone Godby and Decker both have them. Coach Hines ain't a big fan of that, I bet.
Ethan, that was such a good play call right there because everybody from Madison Central was going the opposite way of where he appeared he was going to go on the bootleg, and then he flipped around reverse direction, and Kaysen was so wide open it surprised him.
Classic Playboy action. Here we go. We got a
Fuzz coming through there. Number 13 coming in and nothing there. So it looks like he might have got 2 yards on that one, Ethan.
Yep. 3rd and 8, it looks like.
You know, but this is Coach Hines right here. This is the gambler. You know, this is 4-down territory anytime when he gets near midfield. So I'm saying the odds of us punting are very slim unless we have a negative 15-yard play on this one.
I agree.
Here we go. Zach
pass
Attack drops
action
back,
here.
throws it across the middle, and good hands on that one. So you know we're going to go for it because we.
It's going to be about 4th and 1 from up here, but they're going to mark it on the 45.
That was Decker Wilden with the catch right there. It's Decker, I guess, one of our wide receivers we don't call out too much, but that was a good catch right there by Decker.
was.
So 4th and 2, but we knew he was going for it. So.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, almost offsides. Is this going to be inside handoff to Kaysen, or are we going to have a short pass play? What's your prediction from knowing Coach Hines?
Inside run right here.
Inside run.
We got
okay.
Casey Brock in the backfield. Oh, he's going to the pistol. So it's more than likely, downhill.
Oh, we didn't get it. We did
Swallowed
not
up,
get it.
No gainer. 4 and out.
Well, they got 5 yards in their first drive, and we got 8 yards in our first drive. So,
By the looks at the start of this game, it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a dogfight.
I think we turn it on this next time. I think that drop pass there on the first down sort of killed our mojo on that one.
The first series jitters, that's what it is.
So here we go from Madison Central. Coming back, looking
Pass
deep,
play.
trying to go deep. That should. Oh, okay.
Incomplete.
I don't think they were on the same page because 19 never had a shot for that one.
No.
9:03 to go and still a scoreless game. 2nd down and 10. How many cheerleaders would you estimate's down there right now, Ethan? I'm going to go with 100 plus or 80.
I'm going to guess a solid 77.
Okay, you guys got it. My man's math says 77.
I don't know if I want to sit and actually count them, though. That's gonna take me a
Inside
minute.
run, number 21 runs hard, but we got a bunch of tacklers in there. Looks like number 30, Sanders Simpson, was actually one of those coming up through there along with a host of others. But looks like a gain of about 4, so we got 3rd and 6. You know, why wouldn't Madison Central decide to go for it on 4 downs here if you're at the 50 as well?
I mean, I don't know too much about this group, but, you know,
They're struggling. They've had some players leave to go to other Lexington area schools.
Yep.
A lot of injuries, and you're sitting at 1-5. What have you got to lose?
true. It's a good point. Even though it's midseason.
Fake
there's still a lot
handoff,
to-
number 7 rolling to the right. Good
That's
throw
a
right there. That's
completion.
actually a good play. He was wide open. So the first down of the game goes to Madison Central. You know, fans, here in the second quarter, we're actually going to bring in a legend here, a guy that's called many games. So we're going to bring Doug Eads in here. And, Ethan, you're going to go do play-by-play and let him do color when he walks in here. So we're going to switch you over from color to play-by-play in the second quarter.
That works.
Good to see you, brother. St. Augustine. Fall break. All right,
Oh,
inside
snap.
handoff. 21 runs hard, man.
Looks like he almost lost the ball right there.
He's got some good spin moves. Like when you first hit him, he's going to spin, and that gets him a lot of times an extra 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like they're calling it a gain of 4, so 2nd and 6. In a minute, I want to count these cheerleaders, see how close you were. They're so cute, though.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
single one of them.
That's the beauty about youth night. You get all these future generations in here.
Got to keep the top pipeline going here.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. 2nd down,
Little bit
handoff again. 21, a big lane right up the middle, and we're just
a little bit of some counter action from the Madison Central there. In my opinion, that is the greatest play in football as an offensive lineman.
Ethan, right there, and it sort of looked like we didn't want to meet in the hole to tackle him. So I'm not going to call out any players, but it looks like we almost avoided tackle in the hole, avoided contact.
Right.
So I hope that doesn't continue, but I like it when you're like Edwin, you go up and you're angry and you want to meet somebody in the hole. 21.
There he goes.
Oh, my gosh, this is going to be a touchdown.
Yep.
Okay. This is going to be a better game than I expected, especially with number 21 rushing like he's rushing right here. So, but it looks like missed tackles and not wanting to tackle.
You
So
know,
we're going to have to clean that up because the defensive coach cannot be happy with that series right there because it's just inside counter, inside counter, inside counter.
Absolutely. And, you know, one thing that comes in mind here, and Coach Hines preaches it, is mental toughness. And as a defensive coach, because Coach Hines played a lot of defense back in his day when he played, and he used to preach to us left and right, we got to have mental toughness. And, you know, even though Madison Central's driving down the field, you still got to have it. You got to make a play, get a stop, get the ball back to the offense, and let us get an opportunity to score.
You know, with that drive there, with our inside linebacker and middle linebacker, outside linebacker, we just got to come up and we just got to make a stop in the hole right there because
Absolutely.
you just got to be able to either the A gap or B gap, but something's opening up there. But we can't have first contact coming 8 yards down the field and then having a missed tackle when it is the first contact with things. Okay, so, hey, the extra point kicker looked good, man. He looked solid because that had some distance on it and it was straight down the middle. So, you know, they might have the opportunity to kick a field goal later on the game, which you don't see a lot of, especially when we play high school football, even though we've had some good kickers through the year.
Yep. It's a rare thing to see a good little kicker.
You know, a lot of them come from the soccer fields whenever
do.
we get them.
Key examples, Jackson McAlpin.
And, you know, speaking of, we got to get him on the air sometime, and Derek
Absolutely.
Burgett.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So Derek and Jackson were definitely two of the best that we've had, if not the best two. I don't know. I have to go back and look at the history of kicking, but
I say
definitely.
Burgett's up there.
And he went on to play at the University of Union, if I'm not mistaken, for
Correct.
college ball.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. So here we go. Kickoff coming up
Looks
through
like,
here.
oh,
And
he's met right about the 30.
look here, we got a couple going at it right here. Extra push right there by number 13 from Madison Central. So
Gonna be a chippy one.
Jay Bells took a little exception to that right there because he's pushing down on him as he tried to get up. So we might have to look on that a little bit later, 13 and 57 for us. So, okay, now this is a lot of times when you talk about that mental toughness, about coming back now and not going 3 and out to sort of set the tone. So I want to see what we can do here as far as
Got a little motion. Number 7, Ryan Anderson. Motions of trips. Play action.
– oh, he's going deep.
taking a deep shot.
Coming back through here, pass interference. He never did
call.
turn around for that one to look at the
No
ball.
call. Man, oh man.
I think right there, if Fuzz decides to come back to him a little bit and force the issue, I think you have to throw the flag.
Absolutely.
But I think Fuzz was still running there, and I'm not upset over a no call. Even though I think he should have been looking at the football, and our fans aren't happy with it. But still, I think a no call was probably the way to go on that one. But if Fuzz had made one move, I'd have called a PI. So here we come back. Fake inside handoff. Beautiful.
go.
Oh,
Oh,
my
my
gosh.
goodness.
We are just not here today. So that's 2 drops for us. Zach Anderson's stats are hurting right here. So, that was Boone Gobby.
Yep. Number 16.
Now, Boone Gobby, we gave him a good nickname here a while back, Boone and Crockett.
Boone and Crockett.
So you know how big a hunter him and Chandler are.
That's the best nickname you could have gave them right there. A little bit of spread action.
Here we go.
We got a
Reverse
reverse
coming
play.
across. And Ethan Idlewine, went low on him. So we got a gain of 2, fans. So now it's 4th and 8, and we've got a punt.
We're going to have to.
I mean, our field position says we're at 32. Now
Looks like what we're getting ready to do.
the math doesn't add up. So right now, 2 drops have killed us. But that's why you play a 4-quarter game, and it's more than just the first 8 minutes of the first quarter.
Absolutely.
So now let's see what our defense can do. Now let's see if they can stop number 21. Ethan Idlewine, good punt.
Booming kick.
Goes all the way to the 35 and a fair catch.
You want to know something I love about football games? It's a hot take. Winning. But you know what makes a good football game?
What's that?
The band.
The band.
I absolutely love a band at a football game.
Scott
Absolutely.
Sexton, you're getting a huge call out tonight for your band being here and doing the national anthem. I got to give a shout out to my main man, James New. He said, I'm tuned in, and that speech about mental toughness would make Coach Hines proud. So shout out to James New. Maybe we can get you on here on the Legend Series someday, because that man was a freaky good athlete back when he played. Bryson Duggar on the house. Oh, my gosh, he's viewing from Williamsburg tonight. Go Maroons. Hollywood, man, we love you for life. So you were such a fun guy to watch and three-sport athlete. And just tell all your buddies over there you were number one, and they can't deny. Go back and look at the footage. Okay, good game tackle here. Looked like a game of three. Hey, and we talked to your dad the other day, Brandon Duggar, about his Hollywood nickname back in high school, Bryson, and that was such a cool story about how sort of conceited your dad was back in high school and thought he was better than everybody else over at Somerset. And so he wore flashy clothes and sort of got the nickname of Hollywood, and it followed his son perfectly. But Bryson always had the best hair and the best shades and the style. He was just dripping every single time he came in. All right. Derek Burgett has texted too. So I forgot I had Derek's number in here. Derek, I'm listening while I'm at work up in North Dakota. Man, it's going to be hard to get him then. Thank you for the kind words. You and Ethan are doing a good job. Keep up the good work. Derek, brother, we love you and your family, and heck of a kicker. So between you and Jackson, we might have to do one of those virtual interviews with him as well, because North Dakota's a long way away. But, you know, Derek, hopefully you've gotten out and you've killed some pheasants, because North and South Dakota and Iowa are huge places for hunting birds. And I know your brother, Jared, loves to duck hunt. So I'm going to bet that you guys have done some pheasant hunting. So big tackle right here in the backfield. Looks like that's Jay Bells along with a couple more.
Looks like Gunnar Lovelace also.
You good eyes. Number 45, Gunnar Lovelace was one of the first ones in there. So loss of 1, 2nd and 11. You know, I got to get a shout out tonight to Billy Joe McEwen, too. So Billy Joe is actually Zach's mom, and she's actually home missing her son's first game ever.
Really?
From Pee Wee all the way up till tonight. She's got 2 kids sick at home. So prayers for you, Billy Joe, and hopefully we do you proud tonight with Maroon Sports Network. Number 7, looking deep. Surely we can pick this off. We got 5 of us there. We went up and got it.
Off.
Number 24, Braden Ping goes up and brings that baby down.
Big play.
So,
That's got to build some momentum right here for the offense.
We had 4 maroon jerseys there, Ethan, and it would have been sad if we didn't come down with that one. But the ball looked pretty, but it was just severely underthrown, and everybody read it.
Yeah.
But, you know, saying that for the coach of Madison Central, I'm sort of one of those old school coaches. I'm probably running that trap play with number 21 until you prove you can't stop. Till you prove you can stop me.
As a former offensive lineman, I say don't throw the ball, just run the ball. Let them big boys up front do some work.
Here we go. Zach rolling to the right, throwing, good pass underneath, and one bounce. Yes, one bounce.
I'm surprised by how good Madison Central's defense is looking right now.
You know, Ethan, I don't know how many times we've had it, but our little short umpire back there seems like he does every one of our games. And he's probably the best umpire ever. I don't know, but it's just he looks like he's about 4'8".
You know, George, he's a cool guy outside of football. He never really liked me for some reason.
Oh, no. What a pick across the middle. So that was a great play by number 5. So that was just a heck of a play. That's all I can say on that one. We had the seam route, I thought, open right there. So back-to-back turnovers, INT followed by INT. So, man, we may have a game right here. I might have underestimated the Madison Central Indians.
I might have too.
North Dakota listening tonight. I wonder if Winston Hines is listening from California, or we might have Jed Mounts from Alaska, or we might have some other viewers listening from out of state. So that's so cool to have our out of state listeners and viewers. Okay, dropping back here. Let's see if they run the trap play on the first play.
Trips look.
And boom, you know they're coming back to it now. But we're ready for it, and we got 26 and 54 and 33. But it looks like Connor Flynn was the first one to meet him in the hole, and then he had a lot of help bringing him down. Fans, we got a special treat for you tonight. I've not even told you about this yet, Ethan. But tonight at halftime, we're going to do a Coach Hines interview, which that is a treat. But besides that, we've sat down and done our first annual Maroon Minute today, and we asked the players some questions about their coaches. And so they're going to give us a little bit of insight tonight. So you'll have a little bit of fun getting to know some of your Maroon fellow players. Okay, looks like we're coming in the hole hard right here. So that's
that looks like
Jay Bales, right? 57's one of them.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And I think I saw number 33, Trey Hornsby.
Trey Night Ranger Hornsby.
I like that one too.
Look here, Legends coming back in here again. DJ's looking so good with his bandana, and Tom must be so proud of this boy right here, because I know I am. But we just had Mason up here a few minutes ago, now DJ. So our former MSN people are coming back to see us, so we love that. So wish we had some time to talk to them, but they're a huge part of why we are who we are today.
Brought some pressure
breaking through right there. We were coming.
That was designed. That was a good little look by their offense right
21 did that spin move once again. If I'm tackling, I'm going to know that spin move is coming right there and anticipate it, because there are only so many times you can get away with it.
Absolutely.
But, right then looks like we had the jailhouse blitz on, and they knew, but they set up a perfect little screen, so it was a great call. They ended up getting about, 13, 14 yards?
That's what it looks like. Big first down.
All right, 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Down 7-0. Madison Central's got a good drive going on here, and let's see how our homestanding Maroons counter.
Bring some more pressure.
Number
right
42. So gain of 3. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Looks like Brian Ramirez made a tackle right there, too.
You know what, that young man, I love Brian Ramirez.
Brian is a great kid.
He's in FBLA. He come to my first social, so he did a lot of team building with us last Saturday, but he does not look like a freshman.
Nope.
He looks like he's got a junior or senior body right now. So he's going to have 4 good years of high school football, in my opinion.
Tell you what, he loves the weight room, too. I was fortunate enough to come home in the summers and, help out at Northern before graduating from Wesleyan. And this freshman class that came in, man, you got some studs. Especially, talking about Brian, you also got Big Brady Hall at left tackle.
James New just gave a big shout-out to his brother, Jake. So he said, I asked Jake to come on the Legend Series. He's coaching, so it's going to be hard, James, but he was an all-state safety, played all 4 years we went to state. So, yes, I agree, Jake New was a special, special player. So I've seen him take anything from punt returns to interceptions didn't he play both ways a lot?
He did. And, talking about him playing both ways, I remember my sophomore year, it would have been his senior year. We were playing at Madison Southern, and I was playing left tackle, and I had this down block, and all of a sudden – I feel someone just gazed my butt cheek, and there goes Jake New down the sideline, 60 yards. And I was like, good Lord, Mountain Dew has fueled this man his entire career. Love Jake.
So a big Mountain Dew fan is Jake New, you're telling me.
Absolutely. He would drink it at half times, not even cramp.
See, if I'd known that, he could have been Jake Mountain Dew New. But we didn't have this back in your day, so, we just started this in, I guess, 2021.
Yep.
2020, 2021. James New's always listened to our broadcast. He does basketball and football and volleyball, and one of our loyal listeners. So
4th and 5.
dropping back, coming in wide open. That's too much room out there on the end.
Right on the outside there. And he gets out of bounds, and there's 43 seconds left here in this first quarter.
Well, this first quarter is dominated by Madison Central. They're driving. We need a big stop. We need to see if the field goal kicker can actually kick a field goal. A lot of times your coaches down here, though, once you get within the 25-yard line and in, will treat it as 4-down territory.
Absolutely.
And I don't blame them, because 7 always beats 3, especially when you're going for tight games here. But, I'm going to make his quarterback beat me. I'm still going to bring everybody up. I'm not impressed even with that throw there. See,
a little bit of counter
right there.
action.
Okay, good tackle in there. Who is that? Number 58?
That is Bryston Brown.
Big Bryston Brown coming
Old
in
Bra
through
Bear.
there. So, he's been injured quite a bit in his high school career already, but the man has thighs of steel.
Oh, my God. It's
So
unreal.
what can he bench with his legs, if I call that right? What do you call it with your legs? It's
Squat?
not benching, squat.
Squat.
Is it a big number?
Oh, yeah. I think the last time I seen it was like 575, 580.
What was Connor Haste? Do you remember?
You know, I don't know what Connor squatted, but I do know I watched Ethan Fuentes break the squat record my senior year, his junior year, and he got 605.
Wow.
Talk about moving weight. Impressive.
Amen. So let's get ready to thank our sponsors here. So we'll get ready to thank them, and we'll come back to second quarter. Fans down 7-0, and maybe we can put the main camera here in a second on our little youth league because they're about to run on the course. So maybe let's do the youth league real quick, and then we'll come back and get our sponsors.
Welcome back here. Here we are starting the second quarter. I am very pleased to say that two-time Hall of Famer Doug Eads is in the building now. And, you know, Doug Eads has wrote for the Commonwealth Journal for a long time. He's wrote a lot of great stories, and I got to talk to him before. And I'm just happy that my first time doing this, I'm next to a great.
Well, thank you, Ethan, for those kind words. I appreciate it. Maybe I can bring us a little luck because this game's not going too good in our favor right now.
Nope.
We've had a couple drop passes, turnover. Defense needs to get a big-time stop here as we start the second quarter.
Second, it looks about 8. We got a pistol back. They're going to hand it off with a little bit of counter action. Looks like a no-gainer. Tackled by number 6, Brian Ramirez.
You know, Ethan, other than the 2 big runs that Pulaski gave up on the scoring drive, the run defense has held up pretty good against Madison Central. And, you know, I noticed the Indians have a huge offensive line. They got some big hoss cats up there, which you'd know that as well as anybody playing the line of scrimmage yourself.
Looks like Pulaski's running a 4 down. That's the first time I've seen Pulaski run a 4 down in my entire existence.
Yeah, George Renner, the white hat, having a conversation with Coach Hines right now about something. This is the, I believe, the 10th meeting between these two schools. Yeah, that moon is beautiful over there, Mr. Jim Murray pointing that out, that harvest moon. The local paper said this was the first meeting between these two teams, but they were in the same district back in the late 80s, early 90s because I covered some of those games. So fact checkers had a day off today.
I guess so.
But I think this is the 10th meeting between the two programs. And it's been kind of one-sided. Of course, Pulaski County, Ethan, that was way before your time. The Maroons program was in its infancy, and these two teams were in the same district. Madison Central beat up on Pulaski the first 6 or 7 meetings till the Maroons finally got a win. But need to kind of stem the tide here and try to get one tonight.
Absolutely. Madison Central snaps the ball. Looks like a little play action, RPO. Pass is completed at number 19. He's breaking tackles, and it looks like he is going to score, and he does.
Two missed tackles on that play. And other than the 2 big runs, really the Maroon defense, the run defense has held up pretty good. Where the Indians have hurt Pulaski, even on this first scoring drive, has been through the air. This is not the kind of start I don't think Johnny Hines envisioned for his team.
Kicking unit is out for Madison Central. Ball snap. Kick is up. And it looks like it's good. 11:16 left in the first half, and the Madison Central Indians are leading 14-0 over Pulaski County. The Maroons they're set to take this kickoff.
I think it goes without saying, Ethan, we need to get a scoring drive right here.
Absolutely.
Get back in this football game.
Build some momentum.
Yeah, you're playing a team that's 1-4, but that one win came last week against Great Crossing, and this is a 6A football program that's had a lot of success. And they've just got a lot of injuries right now. I was talking to one of their starting linebackers in the next room beside us in the first quarter.
Uh-oh. We got some action in midfield
Yeah, we got
here.
some extracurricular stuff going on. I never did anything like that in my playing career.
I never did either. Maybe once. But
tongue in cheek.
if you know me, I wanted to protect Wiley Kane, and there's one good time I got my first personal foul called for throwing someone 10 yards away from the play.
Yeah, we've got a flag down. How many personal fouls did you get in your career?
I believe just one, and I think one holding call, but I held every play. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I'm so old. The rules were a lot different when I played. I had 5 personal foul penalties in one half.
Goodness.
See,
break the huddle.
back then, you didn't get ejected.
Oh, yeah.
I
wish it was like that now.
Yeah. Yeah, my coaches said I was a little too intense.
You got to have that, though.
You got to have a fire to play
Absolutely.
this game. Absolutely. If you don't, you need to check yourself.
Absolutely.
You don't need to be playing. We need a score on this drive, though, Ethan.
Absolutely. Ball snap, ball is handed to Kason Brock, the freshman. And it looks like it's a pretty good little gain by the young guy.
Yeah, that's his best run of the evening, and, 5 yards, but that doesn't put you behind the chains. You're 2nd and 5, so that's a lot better than 2nd and 9.
Absolutely. Got the wheels churning here. Maroons go no huddle here. Looks like another run.
The one thing that I've noticed early, just a little bit into the second quarter, Ethan, the one advantage Madison Central has is on the line of scrimmage. These guys are just huge. Physical and big.
That's where this game's more than likely going to be won, it looks like.
Need to convert here on this 3rd down.
Got a little motion by Harris Denmeyer.
Flags.
Thrown.
Side judge threw his flag.
False start.
Yep. It's not been a real crisp first half for PC. You had a couple drop passes. That one on the slant would have been a huge gain.
Yep.
And now you get just unforced mistakes.
Got a bunch of it here to the near sideline. Got some pressure. Anderson spins out of it, and he's going. He's going to get a little past the line of scrimmage. Looks like for a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Yeah, and you know what, Ethan? That could have been about a 5 or 6 yard loss.
Yep.
He did a good job, made a nice spin move. Of course, Zach Anderson, man, he's a great athlete.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And the good thing about him, he's a sophomore.
Exactly. He's growing every day.
But that's going to force, thanks to that penalty, that's going to force another Pulaski punt.
Out of line is kicking. Out of line kicks. And it is kicked to about the 27.
Got a decent roll on that, but the Maroons with 9:18 left here in the first half, trailing Madison Central 14-0. And I'd like to thank Mr. James Murray and you guys for inviting me to come up and do this for a quarter. Been a couple of years since I've been behind the microphone, and I really enjoy it.
I'm glad that you're here. This is real fun. First time ever doing this.
Yeah. Well, I was telling you when you got here before you went on the air, guys like you making me feel old, man. I covered you.
That's true. About 4 years ago, 5 years ago now.
Yeah. Where does the time go?
Out the door.
Wait till you get my age, man. It goes by even faster.
Madison Central breaks the huddle. Looks like we got trips to the far side here. Motion out of the slot. And we get a good TFL here by number 50, Sam Whitaker, number 54, Brody Johnson.
Great penetration there by those two at the line, at the point of attack on the line of scrimmage.
Them two have played well this year.
They really have. They blew that play up. So that brings up a 2nd and 12. So Pulaski only down 2 scores, 14-zip. Plenty of time. They just got to really, they need to right the ship offensively. Defense played pretty well.
I think so too. Madison Central lines up in a tight tryst is what it looks like. Ball snapped. Looking to throw.
Got
Pass
him.
is incomplete to number 15.
Wow.
That's a. I was surprised he dropped that.
He had him. I mean, the quarterback couldn't have put that ball in any better position, and you got to be kicking yourself when you drop one like that. Is that a flag I see? Yep.
Yep.
So it would have came back anyway.
Yeah. False start on the offense.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 12 with 8:33 left here in the first half. Got to get off the field on this play.
Yep. Looks like the Maroons are going to do a 4 down, bringing in the freshman, number 79, Brady Hull, who is a unit.
There's a kid that's going to have a chance to play somewhere pretty big on Saturdays.
Absolutely.
And he's a freshman.
Yep. He's a FBU All-American. Central lines up here again, waiting for the snap. They're going to take their time. They got those wristbands.
Play clock's at 4.
Got some good pressure. Another flag.
I think you got a hold right here. Yeah, this is on Madison Central, Ethan, I believe.
Yep. Holding.
Yeah, I saw that from here, even with my bad eyes. I got to ask you something while we're waiting this Madison Central punt. If you could go back in time, how much would you give to being able to play it on this field, this surface?
You know,
It's awesome, isn't it?
it's awesome, but there's nothing like them old mud balls.
The mud.
The
You
mud
like
is
the mud?
Absolutely. There were so many games won in that muddy field. That's what I would want to play on. I'm not a big fan of the turf. I love our turf, but that mud had some special games won, special moments. Punt is kicked and it is rolling.
And he got a nice roll on that.
Looks like it's.
We didn't
27.
have a lot of mud on the field at Casey County in the late 70s, early 80s. We had a lot of rocks.
I believe that. That old practice field down there. That's how they said it used to be.
Yeah. Where Casey County plays its home soccer games now was the football field when I went to school there.
Really?
And that thing was riddled with, big rocks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not talking pebbles. I'm talking big rocks.
Maroons break the huddle here. Hopefully looking to get a nice little drive started here. Kason Brock is in the pistol. Zach Anderson rolls out and it is incomplete. Intended for number 7, Ryan Anderson.
That play didn't have a chance because Ryan was double teamed.
Yep.
At Madison Central, the Indians have really done a nice job bottling up this prolific Pulaski County offense so far.
Maroons line up in trips to the near side. Brady Hole holding down that left side right there.
Man, Cason Brock took a shot.
Yeah, he did.
He got right back up, though. That kid's tough.
He's going to be real good. He's a freshman. He's already good. But he's going to develop well, and he's already a stud.
He's a kid that's going to have an opportunity to play somewhere on Saturdays.
Agreed.
There's a lot of these Pulaski kids you can say that about.
Pass is incomplete, intended to number 13, Harris Denmeyer. That brings up 4th down, 4th and 9.
Yeah, this Maroon offense so far, Ethan, just out of sync tonight. Last week against South Laurel, I was here. This unit could hardly do anything wrong in the first half.
Agreed. Got the momentum going, the train was rolling, and we were good to go last week, but
got a running clock pretty quickly.
Flag on the play. Punt goes out about the 44.
Idlewild got some good hang time on that, but not a lot of distance. False start against Pulaski decline. Madison Central going to have great field position. We need to get another turnover right here. Get some momentum back.
Absolutely.
Listen how quiet this crowd is.
As full as it is on youth night here.
That's a thrill for those little guys. To be
Oh,
able to get
yeah, I
on.
can remember those days.
Do you
I can
remember that?
My first one, which I started my football career a little later.
Yeah.
But I can remember running out there in my nice number 13 as an offensive guard jersey. The Indians line up in trips to their sideline.
Low
Ball
snap.
Bad snap.
Quarterback did a great job to cover that, but that's going to be
About a loss of 6.
6 or 7 yard loss. You're right. We'll take it.
Absolutely.
Those unforced errors, man, they
Can't shoot yourself in the foot,
no.
especially with this good field position.
Now you're behind the chains, looking at about a 2nd and 16.
The Indians line up in a tighter trips once again. 6 minutes and 57 seconds left in this half.
Delayed handoff. He's going to get about 3, 4.
Yep. First one there looks like it's Broderick Finley, Sam Whitaker, and a whole other heap of Maroons swarming to the football. You always like to see that as a defensive player, defensive coach.
Absolutely. He got 3 on that, Ethan, so it's going to be 3rd and 13.
Man, look at that moon out there.
Yeah, that's a beautiful harvest moon.
Yep.
That's a full moon, too. I bet teachers are glad they're on fall break.
Oh,
right now.
absolutely. We are thrilled. Absolutely.
Well, my daughter teaches kindergarten, and she can tell you all about full moons and little guys.
Oh, big deflection.
Now, there's your
Big stop on 3rd down.
Yeah, there's your big stop to get off the field.
And here comes the punting unit for the Indians.
But the offense, Ethan, has got to figure something out.
Absolutely.
And right now, the Maroons have not had an answer for this Madison Central defense at all.
What are the odds here that our special teams coordinator sends a punt block unit and tries to get the ball?
Well, he's got everybody at the line of scrimmage but one. He's certainly showing it, and we got a flag.
Looks like it's going to be a false start. Yep.
That's about what, 5 false starts in about the last 5 minutes?
Yep.
You know, right now might be a good time to send the house. Try to get a block.
I think so, too.
This Pulaski County offense has looked rather anemic so far, and that's just, we're not used to seeing that.
Nope. Looks like we're going to bring a little pressure. We're getting a little bit of return action, but Xander Simpson don't get too far. 6 minutes left in the half. The Madison Central Indians lead 14-0 over the Maroons.
So we played a quarter and a half, and I'm trying to think back. I want to ask you a question. Has Pulaski County got a first down?
I don't think so.
I don't think the Maroons have garnered a first down yet. You had a turnover on the interception, and you've had 3 or 4 punts. I don't think we've gotten a first down as of yet.
I don't think so. Motion out of the backfield. Hand off to Case and Brock, and he's got some power left there. It looks like a 9-yard gain.
He must have been listening to us
He must have.
because he's got us close.
2nd and 1 on the 45. Maroons line up in a trip set to the near sideline. They're bringing pressure off the back end.
Yep. Run blitz.
There's
off.
our first down tonight, Doug.
Yep. Madison Central just had a run blitz on the left side of the line of scrimmage, and Pulaski did a good job recognizing that, and they ran away from the blitzer.
Maroons line up in a trip set again to the near sideline. Jason Brock is lined up in the sidecar on the left side of Zach Anderson. A little bit of play action. Anderson's going to keep it. Flag on the play.
It's coming back. They're going to get holding on Pulaski.
Yep. Shot in the foot.
That's a
Can't have
shame.
that. Can't have that.
Yeah, it's coming back, I'm afraid. Daggone it. You could kind of see it up here.
Yeah, you can see it a lot better compared to the sideline.
It was right in front of the white hat, George Renner. I was getting ready to say, Ethan, if Pulaski could somehow, in this 5:09, milk the clock, get this ball and take it down and score, go in at halftime down 14-7, Pulaski gets the opening kickoff.
Yep.
Second half.
Need a double whammy.
But the Maroons have got to stop shooting themselves in the foot with these penalties.
Absolutely. Sitting on 1st and 20. Looks like Brock is going to get pushed by his teammate Brady Hull for a solid 6-yard gain.
That was
7.
Yeah, that was just straight up the gut, man, right over the center.
As a former offensive lineman, I say run the ball the whole time. Personal opinion, but we know Coach Hines likes to pass the ball,
Yeah.
so
I played linebacker for 4 years, never played on the offensive side of the ball. You guys like to run it, don't you?
oh, absolutely. Gives us something to have fun with. Pass is incomplete, intended for 22, Ethan Adeline.
Yeah, the safety, number 1 for Madison Central. I don't have a roster in front of me. That ball almost hit him in the hands.
3rd and 12.
Yeah, another big 3rd down.
Looks like Pulaski's going to line up in trips again. Trips to the near sideline.
Play clock's not an issue because it's at 30. So plenty of time to snap it.
Good protection up front. Ball is thrown to number 16, Boongabi, but it is not caught. 4th down and 12 with 4 minutes and 21 seconds left in the half.
Yeah,
Here comes the punt unit.
you got to punt it. So Pulaski County, unofficially, I'm very unofficial, but by my account, the Maroons have had 1 first down tonight. And last week against South Laurel, this offense, it was like a trap meet. They ran up and down the field all night long in the first half.
Out of line punts, and it's going to bounce to the 20, it looks like.
24 and a half.
Yep.
So 4:14 left in the first half. Indians up 14-0 and with the ball. I was really hoping to see Pulaski string a really good drive together there, but you've had, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but you've had a couple drop passes. You've had, 2 or 3 false starts. You've had a couple holds. a turnover.
Big hold on a big carry by Zach Anderson.
That was nullified due to the hold. So the Maroons, again, offensively got to quit shooting themselves in the foot.
Indians set to snap the ball. Looks like a little pin and pull action up front. Here comes 21. He's still up. It looks like he's going to get a first down.
Yep, he got the corner.
Indians looking at their wrist sheets, looking at what they're going to run.
2nd and 1.
Maroons bring some pressure. Trey Hornsby.
Had him. Had him in the backfield for about a 3-yard loss.
21
somehow
gains.
he escaped.
For a first down. I guess they called him out on that first play.
Yeah, I think they said, I thought he got the first down.
I did too.
But they said he stepped out of bounds, which that was on across the field from us, Ethan. So
Yep.
I'll cut us a break on that.
That'll work. That will work. Indians coming to the line of scrimmage. Looks like 22, Ethan Alwan, is going to give some pressure. Number 7, the quarterback rolls out. Ball is dropped. Brings up 2nd and 10 with 3:42 left in the second quarter.
Coach William Blair from Madison Central is on the sidelines, and to put it mildly, he is losing his mind, and now there's a flag. This is a dead ball penalty. I don't know what had Coach Blair's ire, but he was going nuts. And now here comes George Renner, and he's being pretty animated toward Coach Hines. Coach Hines being pretty animated right back. So is this a dead ball penalty on the Maroons?
Now the other coaches on our sideline looks like they're going crazy.
Man, Coach Hines was letting George Renner have an earful.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Blair was going crazy on the other sideline, so both head coaches are not happy. But whatever the flag was, Ethan, it was a dead ball. It was after the play. Then we got a huddle, going to conference. Coach Hines was, I'm going to say, he was almost livid over something. He's still not happy.
Looks like Coach Meese, the offensive line coach, is also fired up.
Okay. Now, they threw a flag, but they didn't move the ball.
Huh. Coach Meese is still going crazy over here.
Yeah, the Maroon coaching staff, they are not happy at all.
No.
But what was the penalty? We never got a signal. Did they pick the flag up, I guess?
I believe so. That's what it looks like. Ooh. Huh. Ball snapped. Ton of Maroons in the backfield, but 42 is getting a big gain right here. What would you say? It was a solid 14-yard gain right there?
Yeah. There's another, again, couple missed tackles there, Ethan.
Man, oh, man.
The Maroons have just looked a little sloppy tonight. Games like this, when you're not playing at your best, right here would be a good time for a key turnover.
Absolutely.
To get
That's
some
what I was thinking,
you need
too.
to grasp some momentum in this game.
Ball snap. They give it to number 42 again, and he's going to bounce around a lot.
Great pursuit by the Maroon
He
D.
steps out about the 49, maybe 50-yard line.
3:07 left here in the first half. If you just joined us, Madison Central leading Pulaski County 14-0.
Second and 9 here.
Running back ran what, Ethan? 30 yards?
30
to gain
yards
one?
side to side, but not up and down. Just waiting for that hole to open.
He's got some speed, though, now.
Yep. They should. I tell you what, up front, they are just
They're
big
huge. They're
boys.
just big.
Ball snap. Central looking to pass. It's a screen. Jay Bell's deflects with the back of his back.
I tell you
Hits
what,
him right in the
Jay
back of the head.
Bales did a great job there. He recognized that was going to be a screen, and did you see him? He turned his back and
Right to
started
the-
going after the running back, and the ball hit him in the back of the helmet. Great reaction there by Mr. Bales.
In the words of the head coach at Kentucky Wesleyan College, NYP, know your personnel, know your plays. And he knew exactly what was going on right there.
Absolutely.
3rd and 9 here, 3:03 left in the half here.
Big play right here for our defense.
Ball snapped. Jay Bells comes free and gets a hit. And there's an interception. Braden Payne with his second interception of the night. Gets out of bounds.
The quarterback never saw Bales coming. He obviously didn't feel the pressure, and he just absolutely got lit up.
That's what you need right there out of your D lineman.
And,
Big play.
there's your big play I was
Yep.
talking about with
Big play.
2:52 left here in the first half.
Maroons take over on what looks to be the 47-yard line.
So you're in plus territory.
Yep.
You gotta convert here though, Ethan. You gotta get points off that
Trip
turnover.
set for the Maroons. Ball snapped. Zach Anderson's looking for 8. He catches it, but he's going to say he was out of bounds. 2nd down and 10.
I'm not sure Kaysen thinks he was out of bounds. Is close. Man, their quarterback got blown up on
Talk
that
about a
interception.
hit.
Man.
That'll probably be the Hammer Award this week.
Yep.
Ball snap. Kaysen Brock gets the ball, and he's going to get a big, nice gain.
He's close. If it's not a first down, he's close.
They're going to mark him short of the first down marker.
At the 38. So it's
3rd
gonna be
and 1.
3rd and 1, yeah. And I'll go out on a limb. You're Johnny Hines, knowing like I do, you're in 4-down territory.
2-back set. 22 goes into motion. Pass to 22. He's going to get the first and some more.
That right there, Ethan, is the same as a long handoff.
Yep.
That stops the clock with 2:14 left in the first half. 34-yard line. Need points on this drive. Get back in the game.
Empty set for the Maroons. Ball snapped. Pass is thrown to Kaysen Brock, but it is intercepted by number 5 of the Indians. He's still running. He's going to get a big, nice return here to about the 49-yard line.
Costly turnover. Minute 54 left. Pulaski's driving. Deepest penetration the Maroons had all night. Had a 1st and 10 at the Madison Central 34. And that's what, the 2nd or 3rd turnover?
I believe so. That is Anderson's 2nd pick of the night.
Brock was surrounded by 3 defenders. He had no chance on that pass.
Indians break the huddle. They're lining up in trips to the near sideline. A little bit of some. Looks like the guard definitely pulled. Minute 42 left.
Clock running. So now, instead of getting a score to make it a one-score game, right now, Ethan, you want to keep them out of the end zone.
Absolutely.
Madison Central, the Indians, and try to get into the locker room and regroup.
Ball snap, got some counter action. Number 21 is going to get the first down. Tell you what, there's nothing like a counter play.
No.
Nothing like it.
You know, I'll give Madison Central some credit here. One thing I've noticed, if you watch their wide receivers, the Indians, man, they block downfield till the whistle blows. You do not see them let up on a block at all. They're getting after it.
Trip set again with a minute 06 left in the half. The Indians are going to take time off the play clock.
Yeah, up 2 scores. They don't show the propensity to be in a hurry.
21 gets a good kick-out block by the left guard.
Now you'll get a timeout by Madison Central. Need to get a stop here.
Big stop.
Ethan.
That would hopefully, you think, build some momentum for the Pulaski County locker room as we go into halftime here.
Well, you know, when they had the ball, the Maroons at the Indian 34-yard line, 1st and 10, before the interception, you know, you were hoping what you'd like to have seen is them be able to sustain that drive and get in and make this a one-score game at halftime because PC gets the football to start the third quarter. Now, with 50 seconds left and Madison Central at your own 31-yard line, if you're Pulaski, you just want to keep them out of the end zone right now.
Yep.
Keep it a 2-score deficit.
Second and 6. The Indians are taking a shot, and it looks like
Touchdown.
touchdown.
He got behind the defense. And that makes it 20-0 in favor of Madison Central with 44 seconds left in the first half. And if you're Johnny Hines, that right there is exactly what you did not want to see. Madison Central converting points off the turnover.
Central set to kick the extra point here.
I'm sure you've been there, done that. Johnny Hines going to have a lot to say at halftime.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a lot of adjustments made, I think. I think the biggest one that needs to be made is on the not really the defensive side, because the defensive side has played pretty well, I think.
They have. Of course, she gave up the long pass there. But other than about 3 or 4 plays, the defense has been solid all night long. Offensively, penalties, interceptions, turnovers. The Maroons' biggest culprit in the first half
Is the
have been
offensive side.
themselves.
Absolutely.
They've shot themselves in the foot all night. And you pointed out, Ethan, this is a huge crowd. And I'm just not used to it being this quiet in this place. This place is usually rocking and rolling.
Absolutely.
Because the score is usually reversed.
Absolutely. Indians set to kick. Ball is out. Looks like a low kick, and they kick it straight to number 13, Harris Denmeyer. Here comes the return, and he is met at about the 20-yard line.
I'll be honest with you, it appeared to me that a couple Indians were offsides on that kickoff.
That's what it looked like.
You don't see that called a lot in high school. You do see it in college, but you don't see it called at this level a lot. But they had a couple guys offsides.
Yeah. Maroons set to take on the snap at the 21 with 40 seconds left in the half. 2-back set. Motion for number 7, Ryan Anderson, to the near sideline. Zach Anderson set back to pass, and he's going to decide to run it. And he's going to get about 2, maybe 3 yards.
Not a lot there.
Pressure was there from the central defense.
I think Johnny Hines is 20 seconds left. He's going to let this clock wind down, go into the locker room, and regroup. I'm not sure Pulaski will run another play, Ethan.
I don't think so either.
Well, real quick, I want to thank my good buddy, Mr. James Murray, for affording me the opportunity to come over here and do a quarter with you. I had a blast, my friend.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure. Coach, I think you talked about that.
Let's go.
All right, Coach, what's your thoughts on the first half?
It was a really bad showing for the Maroons. We got a lot of things we got to adjust up, try to be a little better in the second half.
All right, thank you. Let's hope we can get better, Coach.
The band is under the direction of Scott Sexton.
Hey, I'm Braden Milburn.
And I'm Allie Carrington, and we're back with another Maroon Minute here for our pregame interview. If you guys just want to go around and say your name and your position.
Caden Richardson, free safety, running back.
Xander Simpson, cornerback.
Harris Denmeyer, wide receiver.
Zach Anderson, quarterback.
Sam Whitaker, DM.
Gavin Steele, bench.
Brock Green, Scout Team Defensive Player of the Year.
Which coach would protect you from a bear?
Jason Roberts.
Darren Meese.
Yeah, Coach Meese.
Coach Roberts. Coach Roberts.
Coach Hans.
Coach New.
No way.
Which coach would eat the most at a buffet?
Phil Russell.
Jackson Mobley.
Coach Roberts.
Phil Russell. Jake New.
Phil Russell.
Jake New.
Okay. What coach would you let come to your wedding?
I don't even know. Coach Seward.
Coach Sharp.
Coach Ball.
Coach Mobley. Coach Mobley.
Coach New.
Coach Gross.
Okay, which coach would laugh the loudest in a crowded room?
Phil Russell.
Coach Russell.
Coach Russell.
Phil Russell.
Scooter. Phil Russell.
Jake New.
Okay. What player would you pick to be your wingman?
Big Kev.
Vincent.
Maddox Burkett.
Stephen Kress.
Big Money Kyle.
Logan Marshall.
Can it be past or present players?
It doesn't matter. It don't matter.
Sam Rose.
Ethan, so I don't know if our fans enjoyed that little segment with the football players, but thank you, Braden Milburn, Alan Carrington, for jumping in there and interviewing our players today. So we had a little fun with the coaches, and hopefully fans enjoyed that. What we're not enjoying right now is that first half, Ethan. So if I had to sum that up in one word, I would just say shocked would be the word that I'm going with for this particular one. Because if you told me that we're going to come in tonight and be down 21-0 at halftime, I would have probably lost my house, my car, my life savings. If you told me we were up 21-0 at halftime, I would have believed you and said, okay, I'll go ahead and agree with that assumption. So Brandon Foster and I are huge off in our predictions this week. I said 34-7. He said 35-7. Now I'm just wanting to win the game. Now I just want to come out and be within a touchdown going to the fourth quarter. So what I've seen in the first half so far, and maybe you can sum this up and tell us what Coach Hines is going to be saying in the locker room, because you've been in the trenches before, and I'm sure they've been a game where you guys haven't played up to your potential in the first half. And what I've seen in the first half are just, it's sort of summed up. The first pass play of the game, a drop pass. And so it sort of kills the drive. Second drive, drop pass, kills the drive. Now we've had two huge interceptions, but we give it right back with an interception. So maybe take the fans through in a nice way, 3RT. What's Coach Hines saying to get these players back motivated and focused for the second half with mental toughness?
I say defensively, the Maroons have played pretty well. I mean, there's 21 points on the board, but you take 3 big plays away and you take away their run game, then you're fine. Offensively is where we're shooting ourselves in the foot. I mean, you take Zach Anderson throwing incompletions, receivers not catching the ball, throwing 2 picks, which the 2 picks, we actually were even because Braden Ping also has 2 picks. But I think the one thing he's going to really focus on is getting that run game started, because we saw glances of it right there. And when Doug and I were talking about it, the Maroons only have 2 first downs right now. And I think the biggest thing that we need to put back into it is a run game.
Yeah, saying that, and we got Kaysen a nickname, Kaysen C. Money Brock. So they compare him to Christian McCaffrey because he's got several moves and he's pretty electric, so I'd like to see that. Coming out through there, you talked about the defense, and I got to brag a little bit. Sam Whitaker come up and had a good pass breakup and almost an interception there coming through with the D-line, and then Jay Bales absolutely laid the quarterback out. So we got an interception that looked to me like it was going to be a huge game changer. We're down 14-7. Jay Bells comes with that play. Braden Ping gets his second pick. Now we're going to drive down the field, get it within 14-7, maybe going halftime down 7. But then all of a sudden they run it back past the 50, a few missed tackles, and then a busted coverage and just wide open on a touchdown pass, which kudos to the quarterback. He got right back up and played, because now, I'm going to come with a brand new nickname. Brandon Foster liked Jay Haybells, but I never liked that. But you remember James Lights Out Tony? I think I'm going to go with Jay Lights Out Bells, because he almost laid the quarterback. Right, I think it's a hammer award tonight. We've already seen too. So, and I think he probably eased up a little bit, because I think if he went full pressure, he could have really maybe put the kid in the hospital. So I felt like he eased up a little bit, and it was a big hit. Don't get me wrong. So that's what made the ball flutter. So your coach, you're in there, you're in the war room. You may be Trevor or Coach Sharp or one of our other coaches in there. You may be your man, Darren Meese. Tell me, what type of adjustments are you going to make here? And you mentioned most of it's offensively, but what can we do differently in this second half if we're going to come out and get back in this game? What's the coaching you going to say?
I think we say don't shoot ourselves in the foot. And I got to thinking about it before, but, something else that's killing us is penalties. We have a few false starts, a few holds, and, I mean, that's a big thing too. And I think we got to just preach adjusting ourselves to play smarter. And I know there's always some kind of simple mistake, but in a situation like this, down 21-0, I mean, you got to make that. And honestly, in all total, we just got to play tougher. Mental toughness, like we talked about earlier, we got to have more mental toughness on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I agree with you. So we're going out through there, and here's sort of what I wondered the whole time is, seems like, and obviously I'm no coach, and Coach Hines has got a world of knowledge over James Murray, but it seems like we got Zach always rolling out to his left to make a pass, and for a right-handed quarterback, to me, that almost seems counterintuitive, running to your left, throwing the ball to your left across your body. Seems like to me we'd want to roll out a little more to the right and get players coming across from the left to the right side of the field, but I don't know. He had a beautiful run there. When Zach turned loose, it was probably close to 30, 35 yards, and we got a holding penalty, and it got pulled back. But, we're talking about fans, and we're talking about the referees. Have you ever heard of a penalty flag? And maybe you and Doug were talking there and not know what it was, but the penalty was on the band playing while the game was in action, and supposedly their KHSAA rule, and Coach Miller, bless his heart, best wishes. Our AD's in the hospital right now. So best wishes for Coach Miller, and hope he comes through that. And, Coach, we love you. I mean, Debbie Crowder's retiring today, so a huge shout-out for Debbie. We'll get a picture up here in a few minutes. But she joked she was assistant AD, so we'll put Debbie Crowder in charge tonight. So we all love Deb. So on a serious note, getting out here for the second half, this first drive is so important to set the tone. So we're coming out here, and you're going to make your adjustments. This is what you get paid for in the moment. You talked about with the mental toughness. But a lot of whether we're going to be successful, I think, comes on this first drive of the second half.
I mean, I couldn't agree anymore. I mean, we get the ball. Like we talked about, defense played well, and the offense has got to play better. But all we can really do is just play. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got to go out here, do your job. You know, Bill Belichick, big Patriots guy here. But, I mean, like, we just got to do it. There's nowhere else. But this drive is very crucial to this game, and we just got to be smart. That's all we got to do.
So, saying that, Ethan, number 55, it sort of makes us rivals right here this weekend because, me and Brandon Foster are huge Cowboy fans. Now we got a Patriots fan rolling in there to Cowboy land this weekend. So, Cowboys should be mad after losing to Arizona, so I'm thinking we're going to have good things happen. But so far, we're proud to announce the stream rate looks great. Looks like we've had no issues with the broadcast tonight. And unfortunately, the night we're down 21-0. Last week we had all the touchdowns and homecoming, but once again, like I said, we got to thank Harold Stenell. Our support staff is bar none the best, and our IT department top notch. So saying that, I was talking to Mr. Richardson a little bit earlier before the game. How many other superintendents do you know that would answer the call that says, hey, we're down and we don't have any, what do we call our first down markers, chain guys, the chain gang. And he said he was going to work the chain gang tonight. So how many superintendents in the district would be their own chain gang for a football game?
I would say none.
Say none. I'll agree with you on that one. So huge shout out. But we got to fix something. We come in and Doug was joking around a little bit. Maybe he's got to come in and call the second quarter and get our luck flipped around. So we'll just blame it right now on Brandon Forster being gone to St. Augustine because my first quarter we lost 7-0. So Doug's second quarter we lost 14-0. So I don't know what to try now. Maybe we need to sub me out with somebody else here, and maybe sub Ethan out here for things. So we talked a little bit about all things PC here, and obviously we're right in the middle of this football game. But we had such a huge, great sports year last year. From our basketball team winning, we talked about Hollywood watching the broadcast. Hollywood, man, text me, what would we change in here? What are you going to recommend? What would Bryson Duggar says needs to happen in the second half for us to pull off the victory? Derek Burgett, all the way from North Dakota. What's got to change here in the second half? And also we talk about just moving the ball and getting first downs coming down the field. But this is so unlike us to look like we're discombobulated and really out of sync right here. So what do we need to do to get our wide receivers right here? Just some confidence in getting the ball moving down the field and man, we just need things to happen right here.
I mean, in this situation, I think we just open up with the run game, and then as they start to adjust more to our run game, our pass game will open up more.
All right, fans, we got about 3 minutes and 8 seconds before we get ready to go to the end of the halftime and get ready for third quarter action. In the meantime, let's get ready to thank our main man, Josh Anderson, and Crank and Boom, and all of our sponsors. So, Crane and Boom, here we go.
Crane and Boom Services of Kentucky. Whether it's trusses, air conditioner unit, swimming pool insert, hot tub, signs, flagpole lifted, or a grain bin moved, if you can't lift it, Josh can. Remember, Crane and Boom Services of Kentucky for all of your lifting needs. No job too big or small. Crane and Boom comes 100% recommended by Maroon Sports Network. So call 606-305-1832 and ask for Josh. Crane and Boom.
All right, now we got a picture up here Ethan, we've got my main man, and I don't know if you know my brother or not, but you should work with him every day, Jeff Litton.
Absolutely.
So I got a picture of me and Jeff Litton and Debbie Crowder up here on the screen. So let's put you on the spot right now, Ethan. 3 words to describe Jeff Litton. Go.
Goofy, funny, which I mean are technically the same thing, and great. Jeff is a great guy.
So the 3 G's.
3 G's.
Goofy, great, and, well, funny, I guess GGF.
We'll count it.
Okay. Debbie Crowder. 3 words to describe the great Debbie Crowder.
God, there's so many you can pick from. Special. She's a very special person. Oh, man.
I think she's always charismatic. She's always
That's what I was
in a
thinking
good mood.
too. Energizer.
So, hey, look at this light show right here, Ethan. So the field going on and off, and we got some Bad Moon Rising. So that's Coach Hines' theme song. So if you had to pick out one song from Coach Hines, it would be Bad Moon Rising.
Absolutely.
by
It's a
CCR.
message. It's a message.
Okay, let's see what happens. But Debbie, we love you. Happy retirement. Today she gave one of the best speeches ever in there, and she gave a little poem that she had written, and it was amazing. So she's got some skills. So she said, guys, 90 days will be up soon, and I'll be back, I promise.
Absolutely.
So she's a Maroon for life, and I reckon she was a heck of a basketball player for Shopville back in the day, from what I understand. So Coach Richardson, Mr. Richardson, was bragging on her earlier today when I was talking to him pregame. So fans, 21-0, 25 seconds left until halftime's over. We're getting ready for the kickoff, but the good thing is the Maroons receive first ball. So now, Ethan, are we going to blame this on Brendan Foister being gone, or maybe Edwin Sellers coming in with some bad pregame juice right here? I don't know. It's almost like our players are on fall break before we're on fall break.
And, you know, I think that's a good way of looking at it. I mean, everybody loves fall break. I mean, we're in the education system. We've been waiting for fall break for a minute. It seems like it came by really fast, but, you know,
that was one of the greatest things they've ever added in the school schedule, because I don't know about you, and I can ask you, my favorite seasons are fall by none other. I mean, it's my number one. But September, October to me are the 8 weeks that I especially enjoy being outdoors.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I'm a big winter guy, though. I stay so warm. I'm a big hot box. Like cold weather is fine with me. I can go out there with no clothes on and be happy. Flip flops, shorts, no shirt, and I'll be fine.
Okay. I once had a student that I never seen him wear a pair of pants unless he went on Epi Lake trip with me. He was shorts every day of the year, and that was Ryan Rutherford back in the day. And so now he's working for the Board of Education. He's an IT guy. So huge shout out to Ryan and Zach Carter and Jeremy Russa and Harold Stenell and Jeff Taylor and the whole crew. And our broadcast has been spotless tonight, so I'm really impressed with what they've done, because last week I cannot tell you how frustrated I was up in the booth for us to go down and not be able to bring it back up. Hey, now we got a little AC/DC. Are you a big AC/DC fan?
Oh, yeah, I love the classic
I do
rock.
too. Now listen, Brendan Foister does not like AC/DC.
Really?
Really.
Huh.
So is he human?
I don't think so.
I don't think so
I'm
either.
not going to say he is.
So AC/DC's got to pump you up. Favorite AC/DC song? Go.
Oh, War Machine.
War Machine.
War Machine.
I'm going to go a little more traditional, man. I like listening to just Back in Black when it comes on. I mean, that just pumps me up.
That's a good
with
pick.
that. So here's Thunderstruck. So now this is a good jock jam song, if you want to say it.
Every time I hear this, I think about Varsity Blues.
Let's go back. What was your favorite pregame song to listen to? If you take you back to the day, Ethan, what music are you listening to the most pregame?
Oh, I mean, I was one of those that just, I got laser focused, and I listened to a lot of Metallica.
Really?
Metallica was what
Enter
I was.
Sandman was on the list?
A little bit of that. King Nothing. Oh, there's tons. Ride the Lightning was probably
What do you
one.
think about the remake of Turn the Page?
I like it. I'm a big Bob Seger guy.
I'm a big Bob Seger fan.
I love Bob Seger, and I thought that, I mean, I love the song, so I was like, why not, you know?
You know what I've been listening to, and I told the fans this earlier, I've been listening to a lot of Hall & Oates. Does that tell my age? Hall & Oates. Do you listen to any Hall & Oates? Okay, throw that in your playlist and listen to some of that, and let's see, mellow out a little bit around the house. And so James Murray has told me to listen to. So youth night, so hopefully got our little guys and gals here ready to watch hopefully a big second half, fans, because now we're counting down 10 seconds until we're getting ready for the second half. A lot of penalties with this crew, so hopefully we can clean up the flags here in the second half. PC's coming out to receive the ball, so we got Fuzz, number 13 is deep, so hopefully Fuzz can return it to maybe the 40, 45 and get us some positive momentum here. But I got to say, their kicker's got a leg, and their special teams has been doing a good job so far.
3 phases. You got to have all 3 to win a football game.
So here we go, setting the tee down. Looking up here, line judge ready to go. Beautiful night, harvest moon in the sky. We shown it a little bit earlier. Still shocked that we're down 21-0, but here's the drive of the night that I want to see. And if we go 3 and out here, I'm going to say it's going to be a long road to hold right here. What are we doing here? Oh, they're having to flip sides. They don't even know what sides the players are on, really?
No, I'm not going to.
Because we kicked off from that side in the first quarter, and they received from this side.
It flips every quarter.
Wow. You think that would be basic refereeing, but at least they got it right.
In my 12-year football career, I've never seen that. Never.
We got a first right here with Ethan Holt.
Good Lord.
Ethan, you've got a baby on the way.
Yep.
Have we got a name?
Briar Vincent Holt.
You told me that.
Not named after Briar Jumper.
Okay. We had to promise the middle name was not Jumper. Okay.
Absolutely.
Or no J. No J at all.
No.
Okay. Because I know you're a Maroon for life. You're like Debbie Crowder, baby.
Absolutely. Got to stay loyal.
Here we go. Deep kick. I mean, that's a booming kick, taking him all the way down to about the 7-yard line. So here we go. Fuzz.
We got some room
speed
here.
to the outside.
We got some room here.
I don't think he can get the angle. Tries to cut back.
It gets to the 40. Big return.
That gives us a little bit of momentum right there because he showed a lot of heart and got about an extra 6 yards there.
The question is, can this offense produce?
Now, Doug Eads gave me these stickers a little bit earlier, Ethan. I should have showed them on the broadcast. So what's classy about Madison Central tonight, they're all wearing Andrew Dotson number 80 stickers on the back of their helmets.
Yep.
So you talk about classy. That's
classy
a very,
program.
very classy act for Madison Central
Very
to do that for one of our fallen heroes with Mr. Andrew Dotson. Okay, here goes the handoff. Case and Brock. See Max met in the hole, breaks a tackle. Too many people there gang tackling.
They ain't taking him down.
So it looks like we got probably a gain of 2.
Yep, I think you're right. 2nd 8 on the 40-yard line. And the Maroons are going back to back, heavy up front. 1 back in the pistol, Case and Brock. Some counter action here. It's a fake. Number 2 rolls out.
No, he dropped it. He
dropped
had it in another drop right here. So
to number 5, Kyle Wethington.
Kyle Wethington. 6'3" tight end, wide receiver.
And there is a penalty they just called on the Maroons.
Oh, sweet. Well, we got right here. So this has to be either holding or personal foul. So how much are they backing up here? So this is not what we needed right out of the gate. So, Ethan, I'm a little disappointed right here.
Man, oh, man.
Sort of feel like the old adage right here so far, when it rains, it's pours. So we sort of feel like Murphy's Law is going on right here. So we need to get rid of Mr. Murphy. We need to change things. Nope, they're flipping. What's going on now?
Penalty was declined. It's now 3rd and 8.
Okay.
Maroons are setting a trip set to the far sideline. They're faking it to Brock. A little playboy action, it looks like.
Oh, my gosh, another interception, number 3.
I'm going to give credit to the Madison Central front 7. They have played well, and I know it's not on our side, but they have played very well, getting pressure.
Well, you know, right here's where you sort of draw the line in the sand as defensive players. So now we need somebody in there, whether it's Jay Bells or Sam Whitaker or whoever it is, to come through and make some plays, because you've got to make them go 3 and out now immediately after this, because
Absolutely.
you go down 28-0, I don't see a comeback happening. Okay, fans, here we go. So whoever needed our fans here, we're really quiet. This place is silent down here, so I've not seen it like this in a long time. So here we go. Trap play running left, number 21, wide
21.
open hole right here.
Looks like a 14-yard gain.
Well, First and 10, Madison Central, 21-0, 11:04 on the clock. The chains move
to the 35.
And you and I are just slightly stunned here and almost speechless during the broadcast, but we got to figure out a way. So back to number 21 and still runs left, so that must be where the big tackle is right here. So it looks like a gain of 5. So, but now saying that, their O-line is a big O-line.
They're well coached too. Anytime you can run the counter and the trap as much as they have tonight, you know it's going to be a downhill game. 36-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Now, Derek Burgett said you never ask a kicker what he thinks, but we've asked him. So he said he likes to see the team maybe play with a little swagger. They need a little more confidence and then see them stay tough in the heat of the moment. So play through some adversity. There's another jump tackle. So right there, we had him tackled in the backfield, and that was Sam Whitaker, and he just danced right by Sam and missed the first tackle again. So it's almost like we're choosing to arm tackle, Ethan. We're not going in to lower our shoulder and wrap up around the waist or around the leg. So I've just seen a lot of missed tackles tonight. What can you do to clear up missed tackles?
There's a lot you can do, and the one thing I do,
I mean, you just got to get mad at yourself and just go for it.
You just got to
stay in through there.
You got to go back to the fundamentals. What do you work on every day at practice? You're a defensive player. Tackling.
Okay, so this looks like a gain of at least 6, if not 7. So 2nd and 3, and this drive is looking like it's going to result in a touchdown unless something changes. They are probably averaging 7 yards of play at this point, and that's just a pure ballpark guess. But it seems like they're averaging 7 or 8 yards of play, and we're averaging a half a yard of play.
Yep. Ball's on the 18 here. 2nd and 4. They're going heavy up front, it looks like, with a single back. Some more pulling action out of the right guard there.
Easy first down, so a gain of 5. So we've got first down and 10 from our 13-yard line. Madison Central driving to take a 28-0 lead. Ethan, we need some mojo up here, man. We need something. Let's rub on this Andrew Dotson sticker right here. Right here, rub the sticker, man. We need to change something up here. We need a play. All right, fans, we're going to see if 80 can bring us some luck right here. Here we go. In the trenches, 1st and 10 from the 14, 13-yard line. And nope.
Tackle by Schuster.
Looked like we got lucky to get him in the backfield right there because looked like I thought he was going to walk in. So that was a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. They've got him calling 2nd and 6 officially.
Line.
So we need something to happen here. Jacob Denny said we've got to fill in the gaps. We're getting blown off the ball. So Gomer's going to coach us back right here. So we got to bring it in there, Jacob said.
Coach Gome.
All right, make a play. Somebody break in through the gap. Time it right. Get number 42 right there. Jump cut again. Okay. Not bad. Okay, that's what we need. We need a swarm
right there. The first one that gets up, it looks like it's going to be 33, Trey Hornsby. No, maybe I'm wrong. That's Brody Johnson, 54.
So now we got 3rd down and 3, a long 3, or a short 4, whatever you want to call it. So
on the 7.
You know, here's one of those plays where we really need to have a no yardage gain play that makes that 4th down tougher. If they get down there and get 3 yards on this carry and it's 4th and 1, that's a lot easier to convert. And you got play action, you got a tight end maybe leaking out of the backfield. You got all kinds of options on 4th and 1, but they definitely got their power package in here.
Oh, yeah.
They're saying we're running, and I'm going to say.
Oh, it's a pass. They're rolling.
Get him. Oh, through behind him. Okay. I don't know about that play call for Madison Central when you're running the ball so good. And I'm going to ask you a question. Why does the clock continue to run on an incomplete pass?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I don't know that much about the game. I just know block someone in front of you, put them on the ground, go to the next
play. I thought
play.
the clock always ran on a live ball. On a pass, I thought that was a dead clock. But maybe I don't know enough about football. I don't know.
Madison Central brings out their kicking unit.
Oh, we're going to have a field goal try?
Yep.
Okay, we talked about this earlier. This kicker has got some legs, man. This is Derek Burgett Jr. right here. This is Jackson McAlpin. Let's see if we can break through, maybe get lucky. Here we go. The
Kick is
kick is up,
up.
and it's good.
Looks
Straight
good.
down the middle. The guy's tough. So that guy may have a future on the next level right here. I mean, some small college can get them a nice kicker here from Madison Central. So I'm going to call that a win for the defense. Now, that does put us down technically 4 scores. We can do 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. So technically you're still down 3 scores if you do the math that way. But old school, you're down 4 scores.
Yeah.
But just gave up 3, Ethan, is a win.
I think so. Compared to what has been seen.
Okay. Now, I'm going to say the first drive concerned me. The first drive, I've really felt like we need to score. Now, if we don't score on this drive, I'm going to say that it's going to be a long night for your homestanding Maroons. If we can score this drive, then I think it gives your defense time to rest, time to refocus, time to be coached, and maybe get some momentum on your side.
Agreed.
What do you think about our checkerboard end zone? Big fan?
You know, I liked it. I liked it when I played. I really do like it.
I like it too. I like it too. I wonder how the checkerboard would look if we put some maybe gray, maroon and gray instead of maroon and white.
You know, honestly, I think the end zone should be black and say Pulaski Maroons. Just, you know.
Okay, Fuzz, give us a kickoff return.
Here we
Coming up
go.
the middle. Good tackle right there, but number 20, I didn't even see him coming to play. Hey, that's solid.
A big play right there.
Yes, sir.
The Maroons are going to take over an offense.
You know what I'm noticing right here? I'm noticing a few slump shoulders on the offensive team, and if you just look at body language, I don't think it's too positive right now.
Don't look like it.
So somebody in that huddle needs to get this team going and have some fire. Where's our Chandler Gobby out there? Chandler Gobby would get you fired up.
Absolutely. Motion for Fuzz here. Ball snapped. Pitch to him. He cuts outside.
Good
Behind
pancake blocks right there, so that's good.
That's some positive yards right there.
Okay, a little creativity right here. Maybe Fuzz can get us going. Looks like that's a nice gain. Looks like that's going to give us a gain of almost 9. If I'm looking at it, officially a gain of 8, so 2nd and 2. We've never had a short distance for a second down, I don't think, on that big a second down play. So now Cason's coming up the middle.
Brock, and we're going to get a first down right here.
Okay, first down Maroons. You say it's our 3rd one of the game?
I believe so.
Okay. Hey, we don't do official stats. We just talk about things. So. Cason C. Money Brock. 1st and 10 on our own 38-yard line. So we need to cross this 50 and start inching toward the end zone.
And we're trying to keep lining up here 2 tight end set. Yeah, there we go. Play
Fake.
action. Zach Anderson's going to run. He's going to get
Boy, I tell you
swallowed.
what, they are trying to rip that ball out of his arms right there. And if he wasn't strong, that would have been ripped away. Did you see how they come in just yanking at it?
That's what good defenses do right there. They're trying to get the ball whatever it takes.
You know, in the NFL, you see that anymore. You see the peanut punch.
Yep.
So many of them are so good at that when they come in. The first guy sort of wraps him up, and the second guy comes in for the punch. All right.
Maroons line up again in 2 tight ends. Here goes Cason Brock, and he's going to get it. Oh, he's churning. Go push the pile. Go push the pile.
That's another first down right there. So, you know, I didn't even see a hole where he cut it right then, Ethan. So that was such a good vision right there that I don't think me as a runner personally could have hit that gap. So I'm proud to see Money. He's running hard.
He's a hard runner.
Okay, Boone Gobby, I want to see a big catch right here. I want you to follow after your brother Chandler. So I want you to make something happen. If not, we're getting rid of the neon.
And here goes number 8 again.
You thought he was tackled right there, but he broke through the tackle. And it wasn't much of a gain, but at least it's a positive gain of 2, maybe 3.
I believe it looks like it's going to be 3. 3 yards of play is good. That's what you need.
Okay, 2nd and 7. So we've got trips to the right again. Offset eye here in the backfield. So it looks like we're going to keep using
Here
Casey.
we go. Here. Oh.
That was a good tackle
Inch
right
away
there.
every
You know what
play.
I've noticed the big difference is so far, and you probably noticed this too, is seems like we've been missing the big tackle, and they're solid. Like whenever we think we may have a big play, they're wrapping us up.
Yep. Always an inch away. 5 minutes and 44 seconds left in the third quarter.
You know, I wanted to bring out a Michael Scott and Office reference, but I'm going to leave that one to the table. Oh, man, come on.
Boone lets the ball bounce off his hands, and that is 4th down.
Okay, you got to go for it at this point. Down 24-0 with 5:37 left to go in the game. Now, notice that's an incomplete pass, and the clock is not running. So I don't know what the difference was a while ago when we had an incomplete pass and the clock kept running.
Trip set again to the far sideline, excuse me. You know, no, honestly, right here, I'm saying let's go heavy jumbo and push it. That's just me, old school. Now we got a quarterback keeper here. He's going to get the first down and more. There we go.
I'm telling you, from what I've seen so far of Zach, I think that's a weapon that we could probably use a lot more because it seems like he's definitely athletic.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking forward to basketball season because I think he's going to grow leaps and bounds there. But just being able to cut and move like that, I think he's got good vision. And that's what you want out of a quarterback because it's almost like he's got that running back ability with him as well. No way high. Whoa. That one just got away from Zach right there. The play was open for Harrison, and it just floated right there. So a little extra juice on there. So 2nd and 10.
Yep.
It's almost like I think, man, we just got to keep riding Kaysen right here because he's doing a good job cutting in and out.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The run game's working well.
But that's one thing. We've got to have 7 on this drive. If we ever needed 7, we need it here.
Trip set,
Time
flag
out.
is thrown.
Don't tell me it's a false start, and it is. Moving us back up 5. Must be on 75 or 72. I don't know.
The Maroons are coming to the sideline here. Some of them.
Is that your man, Derek Meese? Is he the O-line coach?
Yep.
Okay, so he's up here, and that penalty's going to be like, that's unacceptable, guys, and he's having to explain that to Coach Hines.
I honestly think that they called it on Camden Denham, the center, because he might have moved the ball, because you can't pick the ball up and set it back down. You have to move it on the ground. So I'm going to assume, big pull by 58 Boston Brown to create the hole there.
It seems like we got a little bit of chippiness on about every play, but I saw the Madison Southern #1 run to pick up our number 79 right there. So that was pretty cool of Madison Central coming to do that. But C-Money got us 13 yards. So 3rd and 2. What a huge play on 2nd down. Going right back to him, and I don't blame him. Keep him going. Bust through it. C-Mackey's coming through. Yes, sir. Number 8 into the end zone. Touchdown Maroons. C-Money, you called it. Maybe that gives us a little spark right here. 24-6. And now you have to go for 2, correct?
I think, we're going to play it safe and go for 1. Which, isn't too I could be wrong. We might fake
Have we
this
kicked
here.
any field goals this year would be my question, because I don't think we have.
I don't think we have either.
So in that case, we've got to get down really close for a kicker to be able to kick it through. I don't know. We'll see. Coach Hines knows more than me, so straight through, good kick, 24-7. So the Maroons got a little bit of momentum, so now we got to see what the defense can do. .445 left, so what a great-looking drive. The biggest play on that drive to me, Ethan, was the 13-yard run right before, obviously, the touchdown run. But that was huge when you're backed up and you've got a 2nd and 15 and you get 13 yards on it to make it a 3rd and 2.
Absolutely. 3 words, run the ball.
You can tell the offensive lineman coming out in you. So if we had you, it would just be pound the rock. That would be you.
Honest, I don't know, because
ground and pound.
I would hope so. With
So
Coach
you're
being
sort
here?
of like a UFC fighter. So you and Darren go in together. So ground and pound. That's what you guys are going to do. All right, does Coach Hines ever get tricky sometime in the 3rd or 4th quarter and go for the onside kick, which he's done before in the 1st quarter? So it doesn't have to be down 17. He's done it up before. He's done it, I think, probably even before. So that's the thing about it. You just don't know when it's coming. So right now they might be anticipating here a little bit, but maybe it'll be a little bit too early for it.
We're going to
Pooch kick it. Down to the 25,
Number
breaking
19,
through.
and he gets to about the 37-yard line. But you know, when I played, we didn't really run the ball a whole lot because we had the great Wiley Kane who set all those passing yard records.
Well, I mean, the O-line made him look good, right? I mean, if we just going to get right down to it, somebody had to keep him clean and jersey looking good and extra time to – you got any idea who maybe helped keep him clean?
I don't know, but I think he wore 55 on the left side. But, you know, I can't give the credit to myself. That O-line that played that my senior year, we grew up together, so we played together, which that's what you want up front.
You know, last year, and I don't know if you followed much of the football and the baseball broadcast, but Brady Kane, after he cut his hair, he was spot on Sunshine from Remember the Titans.
Yes. I remember Brady came to a bunch of our home games and at Wesleyan and stuff, and when he came back with that haircut, and I said, oh my goodness, what have they done to my boy? I liked him with long hair, though.
In the beginning, he looked like Brad Pitt from, what was the movie? Legend of the Falls.
Yes.
So we went from Legend of the Falls to Sunshine and Remember the Titans.
Absolutely.
So it's a cool thing. Brady Kane can go to Hollywood and play various roles for sure. James New said, Casey Brock looks like a prime all-day Adrian Peterson.
Huh.
So pretty good reference from James New. So here we go inside handoff. Guys, we got to get somebody up through there and hit him. Okay, so that was.
He's going to get a solid 3-yard gain there. Go to second down.
Yeah, 2nd and 7. So hopefully somebody's going to step up on that D-line and be able to make some plays right here because we've got to put them in 3rd and long and be able to get that football back. So, you know, ideally in the best situation, we would score another touchdown and be down 10 going to the 4th would be ideal.
And then you can take that gambling shot. Well, look who just walked in the door. Speak of the devil.
I've got to give you some airtime with him, so he's got to jump on here. So come up here and talk about little brother. Hey, we've got the legend, none other than the Smurf. I love this guy, so he knows I'm a huge fan. So Maroon Sports Network, Mason Acton up here with him too. So come bring us some luck here, Gabby.
All righty.
Ball's out.
Oh,
Ball's
you just got
out.
it. That's ours. Give it to us. Well,
welcome to the broadcast, Chan.
Thanks, Holt. How have you been?
Oh, dude, living the dream.
Living it.
Livin, baby. Looks like Madison Central recovered it. It's going to be 3rd and 7 on the 47.
We need to stop right here and score, you know?
Absolutely.
Big time.
3 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I was down there talking to Coach Russell, and he said they've come in the second half. They've got some tricks up their sleeve, so.
Three
see how it
words.
goes.
I've said it all night. Run the ball.
Yep. We did that last drive. It worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it did.
But
young pup. The Indians break the huddle here. And it looks like they're going to go with their heavy set that they had in the whole 3rd quarter here. Ball snapped.
And the ball off.
And he's going to get a few yards before he's brought down.
I don't think he got it.
He's going to be a little short. A yard or two.
Looks like they're bringing on the punt unit or. No, I don't know what
We're
they're
bringing
doing.
in the heavy package on defense here. It's going to
they're
be
gonna go
4th
for it.
and 1.
They're going to go for it. I don't know.
Clock is running, and it just looks like we're going to stand here for the play clock to go down. Call timeout for the Madison Central. Now here they go. They break the huddle. 5 seconds left on the play
Might
clock.
get a penalty here if they're not paying
Oh, we're
attention.
going power I formation.
Oh, they got a timeout. Give Coach Sharp some time to get his defense situated.
Absolutely. Minute 37 left here in the 3rd quarter.
So what you been up to, Holt?
Oh, man, graduated college. Got baby on the way.
Living.
How's
Growing
Tiger
up.
Ball going?
Good, love it. We played in Georgia last week. And
The Reinhardt?
Yep. We got a bye week this week and then our fall break, so I had some time to come home, watch the Maroons play, but.
You want to hear some crazy stuff?
Let's hear it.
Never had a bye week in college.
Seriously.
Actually, I lied. week 1 after 2 weeks of fall camp, we got a bye week.
That's how ours was set up this week. We got 3 bye weeks this year.
Lucky.
So we got our first one was like the opening day we didn't play or whatever, and then second one we played KCU, and then we played Pikeville, got a bye week. We went to Reinhardt, played, and then we got a bye week this weekend.
Man,
we only played 9 games this year though, so it's gonna make it a little harder to get in the playoffs and get a bid, but I don't know how that all works. So guess we'll see.
We're resuming back to play here. Looks like Madison. Oh, they're gonna run the ball. And they get the first down on 4th and 1.
If I were them, they're just probably going to try to chew as much clock as possible.
Yep.
So,
minute 28 left in the third.
A lot of turnovers. That's what's killing us tonight.
Absolutely.
Had a harder team pretty bad.
Dumb penalties, small penalties. First and 10 for the Indians here with a minute 06 left. The clock is turning down. Ball snap.
Pass. They're going deep.
They're going to throw it a deep ball.
Xander. Come on, Xander. Oh.
And he is going to catch it.
Oh, he's out of bounds.
Oh, he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds. That was a crazy catch, though. It was,
man.
We got lucky on that one.
2nd and 10.
Sideline was our best friend on that play. See, like Gavin Atwell is down here talking a little smack. I love an interception out here.
I mean, a big takeaway.
It would help us.
Indians
loading this right, actually loading the left side.
Yeah, they're
putting 2 splits out here.
Yep, 2 tight ends.
Running the ball.
Counter.
We should be right.
And he breaks 2 tackles in the backfield, but he's going to gain about 7.5, 8 yards. 3rd down and
they got to at least run one more play this quarter.
3. 39 seconds. Clock is running like crazy. Got the 4 down front here for the Maroons on defense. Big Brady hole in it, the nose, I would assume.
Yep. Jay Bell's at the end. Jay's had a really good season so far, what I've seen from him.
Yep, he sure has.
On that last interception, did you see him?
Yeah, talk about a hit. The Indians break the huddle in a hurry. They're going to try to get the ball off, snap the ball.
Oh, we're
42
there.
Runs the ball.
We're there.
There's a flag on the play.
Might be a holding call, hopefully.
Declining it, Coach Hahn says. False start on the offense. Back them up a little bit.
Fourth down, you think they're going to probably just...
1.8 seconds left here in the third quarter.
I guess they're just going to run it out, get to the fourth.
Both teams are heading to their sidelines. Clock is running. Yep. That's going to go into the quarter.
Fourth quarter. We need a big fourth quarter.
24-7, Madison Central Indians.
All right, fans, we're going to jump on here and we're going to talk. Stay with us, Chandler Gobby. Don't run off. We're going to talk real quick about my man, Tucker Gover. So Tucker Gover, one of the hardest working men at Pulaski County High School. So he's the owner-operator of Grime Busters. If you look up through here, he'll make anything look new from vinyl siding and sidewalks to 18-wheelers. Plus, he does lawn maintenance and more. So just look at this picture of before and after, and you got to see the difference between the sidewalks and the flower beds. So save your time and drop him a dime. Call Tucker at 606-425-2580. And remember, Chandler Gobby, turn your dirty into purdy, and that's going to be a Tucker Gover.
Call Tucker Gover. He's the man.
You know, we need some hometown heroes back on here on this footage. You got any new commercials or anything?
Oh, we're all Drew's working. Me and Trey in college. We're slacking.
Okay, so hometown hunters. So it's coming up a big season now.
It is.
So.
It is. We'll be filming, but All the side stuff, we're going to have to wait a little while.
Okay, so we still got merch at Paul's Discount?
Yes, we do. We should a new shipment actually 2 weeks ago. Hats, shirts, sweatshirts. So.
All right, let's get back into action here with you and Ethan.
Holy.
Big tackle by number 58, Brabear Brown.
Brabear,
baby. Coach Meese calls Broston Brabear.
That's
during
new.
track. So
that's new.
And the Maroons take over. Big takeaway here. Plenty of time, 11:56. There's only been 4 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Maroons take over in their own territory on the 34. Maroons are going to line up in a two-back set here. Baby brother Boone goes out in motion.
Need him to do something tonight. Casey.
We're gonna run.
Oh, yeah. Good
solid
yardage.
6,
Keep
7 yard
there
gain.
you go.
Keep churning, baby.
Cason's bright future.
Bright
future ahead.
He's this freshman class, man.
Oh, yeah, they're great. Great. Try to get Boone out since he's playing receiver this year. Listen to Big Brother, but, you know, he's a little hard-headed. So.
Oh, yeah, he's very hard-headed. Counter action here.
Come
Brock's
on,
going to get about a yard here. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1 from the 44.
I do the old Coach on special. We used to do it with Tristan back in the day. Just put him at Wildcat, and you just run it down the whole field.
Hey, man.
I'd switch Case and Ethan out and just let it run. But we'll see what Coach Hines got up his sleeve.
Ball snap, pitch to the left here. Kaysen Brock is going to get.
That's first down.
That's
going
to be close.
Hey, look, right now they're going to.
Georgia's going to say first down, Pulaski. In the words of a former offensive lineman, I say we just keep the three-word sentence going, run the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Line it up in a 2 tight end set here, single back.
Boom, get lined up. See.
Play action.
That ought to be a.
Here we go.
Go, Decker.
There's a complete pass. He's going to get the first down. Decker Wilton. I thought that was Boone. I can't tell with these green cleats.
Oh, I know. I don't know what those. I don't know.
Chandler, tell me how you feel about these green cleats.
Well, me and Boone, the way he likes to dress, we've never really seen eye to eye to it. He's more of a flashier player, I would say.
And you're the classy,
yeah.
I'm just going to play football and look okay. I don't care what I look
personally hate the green cleats, but he doesn't really.
Counter action here.
Right there.
Play action.
Back
Decker
tight
Wilton
end.
again. That's his 3rd catch of the night.
He's probably most improved player since last year, I believe, on the team.
You know what?
He's gotten a lot better.
Maroons are churning the ball on offense here. 2nd down and 3 from the 34 in the Madison Central Territory. Two-back set with Ethan Adeline and Kaysen Brock.
That's what I'd keep in right there, them two.
Play action. Good job. Center. Oh, he's going to throw it. Incomplete pass. 3rd down.
I don't know. They had them covered up pretty good right there. Wasn't many
I'm telling
options.
you, this Madison Central defense has really surprised me.
It's oh yeah. Honestly, coming in the game, I figured it might be a close game for us, but I figured we'd manhandle them pretty good. But
that's what we all thought.
This defense is they've really came to tonight. I'd
Getting
say.
some good pressure up front. Looks like we're going to go freeze call here. Hard count. Motion out of the backfield.
I'd like to send Ethan on a seam right here, right past his safety.
Oh, we've got a screenplay here.
Oh, Decker,
Wilton's going to get
another
first down. The tight end is coming in clutch here. 10 minutes and 18 seconds left here in the fourth.
Travis Kelsey out there, Decker Wilton. Come on.
I wouldn't go that far. I'd say more of an early Rob Gronkowski.
Oh, yeah. Put about 40 more pounds on him.
He's going to be good. He's still a young buck. Ball snap. We're going to roll out.
Dump it to Kaysen. Get out there.
Kaysen's going to put a move on. He's got some room here.
Follow that blocker.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's touchdown.
Touchdown, Maroons. Here comes the light show.
Heck yeah.
Talk about an answer on the offensive side of the ball.
Kason Brock, he's carrying right now.
He has a bright future.
Very.
The Maroons are going to go for one here.
Make sure Boone gets the right hold, you know.
Number 27, Bryson Mounts is going to attempt the extra point here. Holder, baby Boone Godby. Kick is up.
It's good.
And it's good.
Attaboy, Bryson.
Maroons answer back. Now down by 10. It's 24-14 with 9:57 left in the game. Madison Central leads.
We got plenty of time for we can get a stop right here, so.
Man, oh man.
Love a turnover.
Dog
honestly,
fight here.
knowing Coach Russell, we might have a onside kick right here.
Honestly, why not gamble?
Coach Hines loves to gamble. I call him the gambling man, so we'll see what happens.
Oh. We're starting to get turned
Sending
alive
out-
here in the
sending
crowd.
out Jay Bells.
Oh, yeah. By the looks of it, they're going to take a...
It might be an onside.
It's a
They're
good
giving
chance
us. They're
here.
giving us a pretty good gap right here from the ball.
Got
We'll
three
see.
deep. If only the cannonball kick didn't get outlawed by the state officials,
Yeah.
we'd be going for the cannonball every
Oh,
time.
yeah. Connor Hargis special.
Oh, yeah, baby. 9:57 left to play here. Maroons set the kick off.
Oh, yeah.
It's an onside.
Oh, we got it. Get on it, E.
Maroons
we
get
got
the
it, we
ball
got
back. The Maroons gamble, and we got it. Man, oh, man.
Come on.
Cannonball unit, baby.
Gosh, we know Coach Russell like the back of our hand, don't we? Coach Russell's lucky we're not on the opposing sideline. We would have caught his hand. Great call right there.
Maroons take over on the 50-yard line.
Great kick by Ethan Ottawa, and everything about it's perfect.
Special teams, you got to have the three phases in the game.
Oh, yeah, that's what I learned in college. I'm on the special teams. I take pride in it.
Got to. That's how you make the bus.
Yeah.
Maroons line up in trips to the far side. Wilden is in at tight end.
Puts
They put
Kaysen in
Kaysen Brock
motion.
in motion.
Oh.
Zach
yep.
Anderson set back to pass. He's going to throw it.
Oh, whoa. He's out of bounds.
Pass is incomplete. That brings up 2nd and 10 from the 50. Man, oh, man. The receivers are taking their time, getting back here to the line of scrimmage.
Coach Hines ran him a sprint down the field, so.
And we're going to line up in trips again. 3 down front.
You
We're
have
going to run the
Kaysen.
ball.
Oh, great cut.
Big play here.
Oh, yeah.
Keep pushing. There we go.
Oh, Browbear, he's wanting to get him some pancakes tonight.
By the way, I was in the locker room the other day looking at the old grade sheets. Bryson Brown leads a team in knockdowns. What a surprise.
Yeah.
Little Rock goes crazy.
Ever since Bryson got to high school, I think he's led the team in knockdowns.
He's a monster.
It's a specialty.
3rd and 2 here for the Maroons on the 42 in the Indian territory. Ball snap.
Quarterback
Play
keep.
fake.
Oh,
Quarterback
that's
here
first.
goes number 2.
Hold on to the ball. Come on.
He's going to get a first down and more.
Great call right there.
The crowd here at the beautiful stadium here at Pulaski County is starting to get fired up.
Madison Central is going to call a timeout. If we can just keep our composure right here, keep the momentum going throughout this timeout.
Indians. Nine minutes left to play. Maroons are starting to put it together here on O, and we talked about it at halftime that the biggest adjustment should be on the offensive side of the ball. And you know, this old offensive tackle here wants to run the ball, and that's what we're going to do. We took a shot there early, which, you know, there ain't nothing wrong with it. But
That's Coach Hines' specialty, taking shots, which I love.
oh, absolutely. You got to take a shot every now and then. The Indians return to the field.
I'd get behind Bryson Brown and Brady Hull, and I'd run the rock.
Absolutely. Ball is placed on the 32. Maroons are going to line up in a 2 tight end set. Ball snap, play.
Oh, yeah, Kyle.
Kyle with a big catch and a
Attaboy.
first down. Here we go.
Kyle's first year of football was last year when I was a senior, and he's came a long way. He's gotten a lot better.
He's got the height.
Mm-hmm. Got the hair coming out the back of the helmet.
Oh, yeah.
That ought to be your new sunshine, Mr. Murray. Kyle ought to be your new sunshine.
Maroons line up on the 22. We're going to load up the line of scrimmage here. Ball snap, counter.
Quarterback keep.
Quarterback keep.
Oh, yeah.
There's a flag.
Flag.
Bryson Brown leveled somebody.
That ain't looking good.
Ain't. We're going to take a timeout here for the injured Indian on the field. There was a flag thrown right there.
If you're Coach Hines and your offense is coming over here home, we both played for him. What do you think? What do you think's about to come out of his mouth out here to his team?
He's gonna be clapping. Come on, little Maroons. We're in the ends. We're in the red zone.
Yeah.
Gotta punch it in. And then you're gonna hear that great yell. The
Oh, yeah. Him and Coach Russell talking. They'll be 2 feet from each other, but they're talking through their headsets.
Oh, you know it.
Coach Russell, he's trying to warm up a player out here, get us in the end zone. Coach Hines working together.
Penalty is gonna go on the offense.
Crane and Boom Services of Kentucky. Whether it's trusses, air conditioner unit, swimming pool insert, hot tub, signs, flagpole lifted, or a grain bin moved. If you can't lift it, Josh can. Remember, Crane and Boom Services of Kentucky for all of your lifting needs. No job too big or small. Crane and Boom comes 100% recommended by Maroon Sports Network. So call 606-305-1832.
We'll see what Coach Russell's got cooked up. Coach Hines. Oh, we got the switch route.
Throw the check down to number 8, Kason Brock. He's going to get some yards, not a whole lot.
Clock's still running.
He's going to go to second down. After the penalty, it became 1st and 17.
We need a big play right here. Just one big burst.
2nd and 16 here for the Maroons.
Well, we got some scoop on Chandler Gobby right here if you want to tell our viewers on the air. So go ahead and announce it.
Come on, Zach.
Hollywood says they heard from around
No,
the
you
horn.
want whoa. You don't
Come on,
say
Kyle.
who said
Oh,
it.
oh.
We dropped it.
Man, my bad. Someone says they got some dirt on old Chan up here. That old dude got in a fight up at college and lost a great chain. Man, oh man. Let's talk about that for a second.
I got to be very disclosed about this story, but I wouldn't say it was a fight. It was more of a mugging off the street. But yeah,
I've been there.
I've lived and I learned. So.
Oh goodness.
Thanks.
3rd and 16 here.
Thanks for that, Bryson. Come on, Boone.
He's got time here. Oh,
Get open.
He's got
Scramble
time.
drill.
You gotta. Come on, 2. 2's gonna throw it. And he's gonna get his hand on it, but he ain't gonna catch it. That brings up 4th and 16 from the 28-yard line with 8 minutes left in the game. Looks like the Maroons are gonna take a chance here.
See what they cook up right here. We're doing stacked receivers out
Single back. Madison Central Indians are going to line up in a 3 down. They're showing pressure. Ball's thrown.
He ain't even looking.
Pass is incomplete. Turnover on downs for the Maroons at 7:59.
They get a stop or turnover right here. We might. Still got a little bit of time
Got to
left.
have a big play here. Big takeaway, turnover, anything. Indians take over on the 28-yard line. The Maroons bring in Tyler Johnson to the defensive front. Talk about a strong boy.
He is strong.
That dude benches the house. Can't move him.
See if he can get some
Indians come out in a
right
heavy
here with
package.
oh, yeah.
They're going to run
he's getting
downhill.
double
That's the
teamed.
goal. He's going to get a gain of about 4, maybe 5 right there.
Yeah, but Lexington, there's nothing good happens, past 1 a.m. So it's Dad's always told me, and I learn from myself.
It's the best thing you can do.
Sorry, Mom, if you're out there listening. I know you are, but
Oh, what a game we have here.
about 2nd and 5.
The Madison Central Indians are just going to keep lining up in a heavy package here with a single back. And then I'm going to assume their coach.
And there it goes. Wide open.
He's number 21 has creased.
His ping can get to him. Oh, and he can't.
He is going to take it all the way from the 33-yard line. Touchdown, Indians.
Well, with that, folks, I might have to get off there. I might have to go do a little coaching on the sidelines.
Going to have to. Man, oh, man.
That'll pull the energy out of a team, won't it?
Yes, it will. Mental toughness. The biggest thing the Maroons can do right now is keep their composure. There's still 7 minutes left, and, that's still a lot of football. The Indians' kick has went in. The Indians lead 31-14.
I got a little, Bryson, I'll keep, I don't know about Bryson in, but he knows what I got over his head.
Oh, man. You got to love that old teammate chemistry.
Oh, yeah.
There's some things you got to take to the grave. I hope Wiley Kane's listening because I got a few things left in my pocket.
Oh, Wiley. Golden child, Wiley. Gonna be a doctor, making the big bucks.
He's going to have to fix my shoulders.
He's gonna all them football games messed up. He ought to be able to fix a shoulder now without even no school, and he's got it done so much.
Exactly.
Big Louisville guy now.
Can't believe this.
I know.
When he said he was going to Louisville, it shocked me. Like, no doubt, it shocked me.
Little brother Brady, I'm only 20 minutes away from UK. I see him all the time. Well, I'll take that back. I've saw him like 3 or 4 times the first couple of weeks of college, but he seems to be liking it pretty good.
I'm glad. Love them Kane boys.
Oh, yeah.
The Indians set the kickoff here.
I'm going to watch this kickoff turn right here, see if Xander Harris can't break one off.
They're going to kick it to
Come on,
13.
Harris. Look for a hole.
We need some blocking here.
Well,
Harris is going to
cut.
He's
if he can
got
get
some
outside
room.
of this, dude.
Here we go.
Go. Make a
Harris
cut.
has got
there he
some
goes.
room
Go.
here.
There you go.
He's going to get brought down close to
Great
the 40.
run.
Some more momentum for the Maroons. They just got to use it in their favor. 6:49 left in the game.
For this offensive drive, I'm going to pass it back to Holt, Mr. Murray. Go down. I got some buddies from college, and they're just kind of sitting down there. So.
Well, Chad, thanks for coming, my guy. It's good
Holt.
seeing you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good seeing you.
All right, thank you, Chandler Gobby. So appreciate him coming in and do that. Hopefully the fans enjoyed some of the stories. So, Chandler, we're probably going to let you be out of school for 2 years, and then you're coming back on the Legend Series.
I got you.
All right, so we got you. Thanks for coming in, man. So, Ethan, I felt like we were right there after the onside kick, driving down, and then it's like we had the nice pass play set up, but the receiver never saw the ball, never turned around, and it was just miscommunication. So little things tonight that I really thought we were turning the corner, and then all of a sudden, boom, we've got several things to clean up with this team. Fortunately, it's not a district game, so fortunately it's 6A Madison Central running in here, but man, we've got to clean some things up between now and the Southwestern game on October 20th. Well, I mean, obviously the other district games, North Laurel coming up next week. So.
Maroons are going to take over an offense on the 39-yard line. 2 tight end set, single back.
Got down 17 with 6:49 to go. Looking on the inside, good
Number
slant
13.
pass. Harris trying to break 3.
He's got a first down some more, across the 50. Little bit of some
that looks like a play we might be able to use over and over, because
Absolutely.
I liked how that was whether we call it a quick hitch or in route or whatever it was, but that was catch and go, and Harris has got speed for days.
Yes, he does. Big track star. We got some counter action.
Oh,
Ball's
deflection.
batted.
Okay, keeps rolling out to his left to pass down to the field, and to me, that's still hard passing across your body.
It is very hard. And I was no quarterback, and I couldn't do it probably. But I've seen Wiley Kane roll out there plenty of times, and I still question how he did it. Maroons still line up in a 2 tight end set. We're going to run the ball with Cason Brock here. He's going to get a good block by the
good pancake right here.
Center, number 75, Cannon Denham, just ate number 12's lunch. Listen, I'm an offensive lineman. We got to talk about these knockdowns and pancakes. Good Lord. The physicality, you got to love it.
All right, 3rd down and 3 off Cason's big run. So coming back, going to
Here he
Cason
goes.
again. So
Cason's going
first
to
down.
get a big first down here.
It's like a gain of 5.
6
Clock is
minutes
our enemy now, though.
Absolutely.
So Coach Hines does have those 3 timeouts in his belt, but it's going to be hard to get back anywhere close. I wish we were down 16 instead of 17, because that makes that 3-score difference.
Play fake to the back. Zach Anderson's going to take a shot to Harris Denmeyer.
Penalty flag, pass interference. But Fuzz had it right there. That would have been huge. And the ball was perfectly placed. That was right where Fuzz could catch it. So it should be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
Pass interference. Big penalty there against them.
So now in high school, isn't it at the spot of the foul instead of a 10-yard penalty? And that answers my question. No, it's just 10 yards in high school?
I believe
15?
I believe it's 15.
Okay.
Because it took from the 34.
Yeah, it's
that's what
obviously
put him on the 19.
But I wish it was the spot of the foul.
Oh, man. The Maroons are going to stay in the 2 tight end set here. The Indians are going to blitz on the inside here. Big Decker Wilderness having himself a night with the catches.
So 5:38 and clock counting. Maroons trying to score here, but it looks like we probably just got to get some momentum going into next week, Ethan. So just a rash of missed tackles tonight, more so than the offense. I think missed tackles on defense. Now we got a false start. I guarantee that's what they're calling, unless it's timeout by Madison Central. But I see a false start.
Nope, that's offsides on the defense right there. That's an automatic first down.
Okay, Maroon fans are clapping, so you are correct.
Talk about a killer on the defensive side of the ball.
All right, it's the chain not moving, so it takes us down to what?
1st and goal, it should be. Yep, because we're on the 8 going in.
The chains are not moving, and the ball is on the 8, so yes, they should be moving.
There he goes.
Okay, 1st and goal, you called it. So
Fake the pitch.
Come across and got
Decker
him.
will
Dropped it.
Dropped it. There's a flag on the far sideline here. Let's see what he signals. Illegal man downfield, I believe.
Okay, give us a 5-yard penalty, back us up to the 13-yard line. So would not have counted anyway. So
Man, oh man. Silly little penalties go a long way.
I've got one of my best friend's sons up in Madison Central, so he's a fan and he's watching our game, and he said simply, "Your receivers can't catch the ball tonight."
No.
Is how he's broken the game down.
Trip set to Madison Central sideline. Motion in the backfield, leave it in an empty set. They're sending pressure off the edge.
Break out and no
He's
out of bounds. Yep. So that was almost a jailbreak right there with both of them coming at Zach Anderson. I would have been scared for my life right there.
Run the ball, fan says.
2nd down and goal from the 13-yard line.
5 minutes left to play. Trip set. They're going to run it up the middle of Kaysen Brock. Kaysen's going to get a solid 4 or 5 yard gain.
I almost say got more like 8 yards.
Maybe you're right.
Going to take him down to the 5?
Yep, you're exactly right, Mr. Murray. 3rd and 5 from the 5.
3rd and goal from the 5.
Trips left here. We're going to run the same play again. I don't see why. He's going to get tackled.
That blitz came in through there. That was timed perfectly by Madison Central. It's almost like they timed the snap count, and he was almost there at the same time the handoff went to Kaysen.
Their blitzes are well coached.
So now it's 4.
When they start to come late, it's hard to communicate up front. Ball on the 4.
Okay, how does that make sense? 4th and 5 from the 4.
I don't know. Quarterback keep.
He's in.
He's in
Zach
the end
Anderson.
zone. Touchdown Maroons.
As Mr. Forster would say, the Zach attack is in the end zone. So
number 27, Bryson Mounds, is coming on the field, so we're going to go for 1 here.
Now, isn't Bryson Mounts, and Derek can tell me, isn't this Derek's little brother?
I'm not sure.
So then we had Jerry Burgett, Derek Burgett, and then the Mounces. So Derek, is this your little brother? Let me know. So here we go, lining up. So kickers stay in the family, and it is good right down the middle. So your homestanding Maroons are 21, and Madison Central is 31.
Talk about a ball game here, folks.
Well, we needed the drive when we got the onside kick. So that was almost a difference of 14 points. We didn't get it in the end zone, and then we just missed a couple tackles on a huge run right there. And they say speed kills, and it certainly killed on that last drive for Madison Central.
Yes, it did.
Trying to get our fans pumped up in here, but I don't know what can save us at this point, because unless we get this onside kick, there's no way, in my opinion, to score twice in 421.
I don't know.
You know what I love, Ethan? I love the end zone for the kids to go out there and play the entire
Absolutely.
time. All right, so we know this looks like a different formation than the last onside kick we got, because now it looks like a traditional formation. Now we're moving over.
We're going to shift it in here.
Okay.
It looks like it's going to be. They're going to do it again. But Madison Central recovers the ball on the 50-yard line here.
He scooped that one right up, and it was one of those that didn't end up taking a big hop. And yes, indeed, Derek says, Bryson is my little brother. Thank you.
Kicker family, baby.
I was thinking the same. So the kicker genes keep coming through that family. So that's why he's tuning in from North Dakota. He loves the Maroons, but also to watch the little brother. So the little brother is 3 for 3 on PAT, so it's got to be pretty proud of him tonight. So Madison Central, obviously we need a 3 and out. The biggest thing that could happen is if we could peanut or punch the ball away on this very first down right here and take over the ball. If we could do that, then I would give us a shot. But where was this at all game? And we missed a tackle. And
missed a tackle, and he's going to get a 3-yard gain.
Should have been a -3, and he gets a +3. That almost sums up or not.
Absolutely.
Okay, looks like Sam Whitaker's hobbling here a little bit. Number 50 looks like he's a little ginger on his right ankle, maybe. So like the old Broderick Finley's playing with a cast on, man, and playing through the injury. So he told me in class, hey, I'm just going to tape it up and be good to go. So I like that here, but just got several things to clean up, and that's all we can say. 3:35 and counting. Madison Central lining up. PC needs a huge 3 and out. And running over to their strong side and first down, and number 21 has torched us again.
He's going to score.
So
touchdown, Indians.
Number 21, I'd like to see what his season stats are, because I'm almost going to say he is probably, and I don't know, but I think he's probably scored more touchdowns and had more yardage than he's had in any 2-game stretch this year.
I'm going to agree with you, Mr. Murray.
So we're making 21 look like he should be a college recruit out there. Now, he does have some speed, does have some run ability, but we're just missing tackles and the lanes aren't there, and it's disheartening because I never dreamed we would have gave up 38 points tonight.
And, you know, last week, Madison Central gets their first win of the season. So they obviously came in on some vinegar tonight, and it's showing here on the scoreboard.
All right, 38-21 fans. So 3:20 left if you're staying with us. Now at this point, you're just going to see if the Maroons can maybe put up another touchdown and only lose by 10 tonight. Good young nucleus, just turnovers, missed tackles, drop passes. So basically Murphy's Law, like we said tonight, anything could go wrong, did go wrong. So we got a lot of things to clean up here over fall break. So looks like Madison Central's got a short huddle here before they come out to kick it off to us. So now Ethan is just window dressing. Let's see what the final score is going to be. All right. Thanks, guys. All right, fans, here we go. 2 men back deep for PC. Looks like Fuzz is not one of them now, so I'll have to look at our numbers to see who's back
Is
deep.
he not? Is that not him? Let's see.
I don't think that's number 13 in the back. Yeah, it is. Fuzz is deep. They just kick it out of bounds. So will we get this at the 40?
I believe so. The Maroon offense said to take the field here.
So you know that right there was a coaching play, Ethan, because also he kicked it straight out of bounds over there. So they decided, hey, let's just make sure our defense is on the field. Let's make them earn it down the floor. Let's don't let them maybe break off a big kickoff return and score within 5 or 6 seconds on the clock. So in my opinion, pretty well coached play.
I would agree. The Maroons are going to start from the 35, so maybe it was only a 5-yard penalty. I'm not too for sure. But we line up in a 2 tight end set, which we have been for most of the second half. Kason Brock is going to get the handoff, and he's got some room to run here. He's going to get a first down, 15-yard carry for number 8 here.
You know, of all the things we said, Kason C. Money Brock's had a huge game.
Yes, he has.
Because in my opinion, and we don't do official stats here, but I would think that he's, if not over 100, very close to it at this point in time.
I would agree.
And he's running hard and making some nice cuts.
We got a
going deep. Zach Anderson. Oh, just barely overthrew him. I like it.
They didn't throw a flag out there. The center, Camden Denham, pulled. In college, we called it a cup call. Center pull. And he was probably a few yards downfield, but they're going to not see that.
Down 17 late at home.
Yep.
3:02 left.
Oh, we're going to run it again, but this time we're going to let Kason run the ball. He's going to get
close to another first down, I think, right at the marker. So it's either gain of 9 or gain of 10. I'm going to say a gain of 9.5.
They're going to mark him short, it looks like.
Yeah, 9.5 yards.
Third and inches.
Now here, do you go ahead and run it with Kason, or you take another shot down the field?
We run the ball. RPO here. Zach Anderson's going to take it. He's going to hit somebody's spin, and he's going to get wrapped up by a bunch of defensive linemen.
Okay, gain of 6 for Zach on the carry. So now we got 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Maroons are on the 40.
35.
My bad. We're going to – Casey Broxton get a handoff here. He's going to escape a tackle and get another 9-yard, 10-yard carry here.
You know, we've got a pretty good job. Our linemen, to me, Ethan, seem like they're doing a good job of blocking and getting down the field and making some room. So
couldn't agree anymore. Ball snapped. Zach Anderson's
RPO again.
Keep it.
Still
Zach
on his feet.
Anderson's
Still on his
gonna
feet. Still on his feet running
He's
down.
going to get inside the 10. Minute 51 left in the game.
Well, here we go, back inside.
Here comes
Kaysen,
Kaysen.
see Money Brock coming back, cutting hard, so good lane right there. So it looks like he got about a gain of probably 4.
Timeout.
Us, has to be.
Yep, absolutely. Minute 37 left. The Maroons have the ball on the 8. 2nd down. 2nd and goal.
All right, I think we're going to run. The second run will get us in the end zone here. So on 3rd and wherever, I predict we get in. Another onside kick.
Go for it again.
But I still felt like this whole time we had a shot all the way until we didn't score after the onside kick. So, and then they busted off the big run play. So that's a 14-point swing. And if we score here, we're down 10. So flip that around and we'd be up 4. But, you know, you got to play the game, and that's why
Get
we're
a
here
score
for.
here, go for 2. Onside it. Hopefully you get it. Score again, go for 2.
And then we still lose by 1. Yeah. So just no 3-point, extra point plays.
I was not a math guy, by the way. That's why I went to school to study history.
You told me you do love history, so it'd be cool to get you back in the building as a history teacher. That would
Absolutely.
be really cool. So here we go. It should go to number 8, unless it's an RPO.
It's
an RPO,
and
and
Zach
he's going to go in
Anderson's gonna
again.
Score.
So 2 rushing touchdowns for Zach Anderson, and I think that may be a weapon that we can use in the future because it looks like the offensive line is opening up some huge holes here for him. So it looks like we might have to become, instead of a passing team, a rushing team because
Go back to
the
the-
rushing plays
back to beginning.
have been gaping holes tonight.
Just like Parker or Edwin Sellers said, you know, back in the day, they would run.
But
Why
you
not
know,
go
back in his days, 97, so it was a little bit earlier or later than back in my day because he's younger than me. But extra points good. So Mounts goes 4 for 4 for his PAT, so 38-28. So fans, looks like that's probably going to be the final score. We'll line up the onside kick here and get ready to go into fall break, re-energize, fix some issues, and be ready for our next game, which I think is next Friday at North Laurel.
I believe so.
And it's a huge game because it's a district seeding game. So hopefully we're undefeated in the district on October the 20th when we go against Southwestern at home, and it's for the district championship. So that's all you can do is try to play for the district championship, get the best seeding you can, go into district and regional. So here we go. Ethan Ottawine is setting the kick up again, getting ready. So this time, no, it's not Ethan.
That
It's
is
going to be
Bryson
Mounts.
Mounts.
Yes, sir. It's not number 22. It's number 27. So Derek, let's see what little Derek or little Jared can do here and get this thing going. It gets a big, nice hop for us. That's almost a false start there. Fake me out. So he was way ahead of the ball.
They're
So
gonna
it
get
has
the-
to be a penalty.
talk about a hit by Jay Bells right there.
Right
Madison
there.
Central
And
gets the ball.
unless I'm mistaken, Ethan, we had one player that was 2 yards ahead of the kick right there on the kickoff. So to me, that's a flag, and we got away with one. So if we'd got the ball there, I'd probably lost my mind if I was Madison Central's coach.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here we go. It should be just kneel down, kneel down, kneel down. Correct?
I would say so.
Because we've already used, I don't know how many of our timeouts. At least one, if not two of them. Well, we got 0. I'm looking at the clock.
I think.
Or is that flipped?
We got 2.
We got 2.
We got 2.
Madison Central's used 3 timeouts this half.
Maybe. I don't know. Number 42 is going to carry the ball to the 50-yard line. Brought down by a slew of Maroons.
Okay, yes, you're right. So 2. So we use one of our timeouts. So yes, they couldn't afford to take a knee yet. So they got to keep running the clock here.
Yep.
So 1:27 to go.
Timeout, Pulaski.
Got to coach them right up to the final buzzer.
That's all you can do.
So is your man Darren Mace, is he a big golfer? Do you know?
Oh, yeah.
Do you golf with him?
You know,
No?
I can't play golf to save my life.
Okay. Well, I'm not a
the
golfer
occasional
either.
putt maybe, but no, Coach Meese plays all the time.
Is he pretty good?
He can drive the ball pretty well.
Okay.
Pretty well.
If him and Phil Russell played in a golf match, who wins?
Darren.
Darren all day long. Okay, that's what I like to hear. How about Cody Wesley?
You know, I think Cody, I'm pretty sure he plays a lot.
He loves to golf.
But I don't know who gets the upper hand. I'm going to give it to Mr. Wesley.
Maybe we need to see a Darren Cody skins match. Somerset Country Club. You and I will just ride around and just be spectators. We need Phil Russell there as a spectator too.
Oh yeah,
to liven things up. Here we go. 2nd down from Madison Central.
21
and number
is
21 is
take
killing
off,
us.
And he's going to slide before the.
And the only reason he didn't get more yardage is because he decided to slide there. So it's actually probably a smart thing. He's like a half a yard short of the first down. So now the next play, if you get it, the game's over.
Yep.
So. I'd like to know how many yards number 41 has for Madison Central. That'd be a stat for our viewers, but we'll find out after the game. Lake Cumberland, I'm sure, has got a stat here for us, but he's had a huge game.
He has. Talk about expecting the unexpected with this Madison Central team.
Okay, let's you and I just analyze right here. So if I'm going offensive player of the game, I'm probably going Case and Brock.
I would say.
Hammer Award, I'm going Jay Bells.
Absolutely.
And defensive player of the game, Braden Ping.
I would say Braden Ping.
Okay, it's unanimous. Maroon Sports Network has spoken. That's who the winners are tonight. Here we go, run it to the inside and first down, and that's ball game, fans. So now it should just be able to kneel the clock. PC has 1 timeout left. Coach Hines might take it here unless they're not taking it off. But at this point in time, I'm probably just going to lick my wounds and go in the locker room and talk them up and get ready for North Laurel. Trevor Rodner's walked in the building.
Coach Trev.
Is Trevor a golfer? That's the question.
I don't know.
I think he does golf.
I don't know.
I don't know if he's any good or not. But here we go. The dreaded kneel down. So I don't like the victory formation unless it's us, Ethan.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree anymore. It's the best formation in football.
If you're on the other end of it.
True.
So 50 seconds left to go. Your Maroons will lose this one at home, 28-38 to Madison Central. Lick her wounds. Fans, we're coming back on October the 20th for our next football broadcast. Our next volleyball broadcast, and you guys really should tune in if you've not watched volleyball before, will be on Tuesday, October the 10th. Our ladies will have senior night at home, and I'm telling you, they're rolling. They've already beat Southwestern twice this year. They beat Whitley County, who was 22-1 at the time. So volleyball's a lot of fun to watch, so get ready for that on October the 10th. And let's give some final thoughts and get off the air, my man. 15 seconds left. Sum it up for us.
A lot of penalties that got us not playing well in the first half. Not a great offensive showing. The offense didn't show up till the second half. Defense, they allowed 21 in the first half. But I think the best way I can sum it up is we got to play a full game, not be a second half team.
I think the touchdown right before halftime killed us when we blew coverage right there. When we were driving and ready to make it 14-7, instead we're down 21-0. That's such a huge change in momentum going into halftime. So we lost by 21, but then we won the second half by 11.
Yep.
But you can't shoot yourself in the foot and be down 21-0 at home to a 1-4 Madison Central team. Now, don't get me wrong. They got some speed. They got some athletes. They got a big old line. We played them 10 times. I think we might win 7 or 8 of the 10, but we didn't tonight. So that's what the bottom line is. So fans, October the 20th is the big one, Don Franklin Bowl. So hopefully you're here. Hopefully you're not even watching us or listening to us on the air. But thank you, Don Sponsor, for being a huge fan. Todd Truss, Simple T Creations. We got to thank everybody. So October the 20th will be our next broadcast. So let's get ready to take it off the air. Thank you so much, Ethan Holt, for coming on the air tonight. We got to thank our main man, Doug Eads.
Absolutely.
We got to thank Chandler Gobby for coming on the air tonight and the whole crew for putting it on. So we'll get ready to say we're over and out, and we'll see you on October the 20th.